Welcome to the VAFA William Buck SEN Match of the Day.
He has a bounce, he crosses 50, he pins the ears back, and he drills the goal! You can tweet that and hashtag it bloody good.
He goes high up and under the full foot.
Makes a name for himself with these long bombs from outside the arc. It's a long bomb from outside the arc!
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to VAFA Match of the Day action here on vafa.com.au and the SEN app. We're into the final fortnight of the 2026 William Buck Premier Men's home and away season, and this afternoon we find ourselves out at Haileybury College in Keysborough. Before us is a fixture that could decide who goes down to Premier B Men's in 2027. Regular hosts of Princess Park, Old Xaverians are playing at the college for their final home game of the season today, and what might be their final home game in Premier Men's for quite some time. As things stand, the Bloods sit half a game inside the relegation zone with 2 to play. The good news for the Bloods is that they are still very much alive, as victory today could see them leap out of the bottom 2 heading into the final match day of the campaign. The bad news, if results do go against them today, their relegation could be confirmed by full time. Up against the Bloods this afternoon are the Old Xaverians, and the Zabs are flying high right now. Fresh off an impressive win against St Kevin's last week, and with the double chance all but locked away, the Zabs are primed to challenge for this season's title, and will take to the field this afternoon with almost a full-strength side at their disposal. The visitors will have their sights set on stakes higher than what's on offer this afternoon, but they'll no doubt sense a massive opportunity to fine-tune matters ahead of a massive September campaign. This is VAFA Match of the Day, thanks to William Buck on the VAFA website and on the SEN app. Matthew Donald with you again this afternoon, live from Haileybury College. With me is our VAFA Match of the Day expert, the 2-time premiership coach and 3-time coach of the year of Elsternwick. It is Hugo Higginbotham. Hugo, welcome.
Hello, Matty. Great to be here at beautiful Haileybury College in the heartland of suburbia. Golf courses around us. It's absolutely pristine, the ground in front of us. Beautiful sunshine today. Not a great deal of wind to speak of. It's finals-type weather, Matthew. They're around the corner, but there's still a little bit to play out. And what a contest you got today, Matty. Got the top of the table virtually against the bottom of the table. Looking from the outside, you think, oh, this is just a walk-up start. But I don't think it is, Matty. I don't think it is. Zabs flying at the moment. We saw them last week. Very impressive. We'll get into that a bit later. But we've got to talk about Haileybury too. On the college ground, backs against the wall. Lot to play for. Future's almost in their own hands. A few things do need to play out, but they've got to get their end of the bargain sorted out first.
Yeah, first things first, they've got to get a result here this afternoon, Hugo, and we will sort of unpack how last week went and the ramifications for this afternoon and what that might mean heading into next week. But we've got to introduce our entire commentary team down to the boundary. Joining us again, the esteemed Cooper Watkins. He's done such a good job at ground level this year, Hugo, and he joins us again. Welcome back to you, Cooper.
Here today, a little bit of a drive for me. I wasn't too keen on that part of it, but it's a big ground. I thought it'd be a bit windier given the area that we were in, but it seems like a very nice day for footy.
Yeah, it was slightly west of Auckland, New Zealand at the moment. It's a long, long way east of Melbourne is Keysborough. I had quite a long drive myself, but we're
That's
here
your
now.
Own fault for living where you live.
Yeah, that is my fault. I take responsibility for that. But we're here, and we've got a great match in store for us. It's a little over 10 minutes away from the opening bounce. This Old Haileybury against Old Xaverians here at the college for the Bloods' final home game of the season. This is the pre-game warm-up thanks to Holmes Glen, leading provider of vocational and higher education with 40 years experience and more than 140,000 graduates. TAFE at its best. We'll hear from both coaches very shortly, Old Haileybury coach Guy Martin and Dan Donati of Old Xaverians. But before we tune into those chats, Hugo, thanks to Hit IQ and its game-changing Protect Concussion Management System, let's briefly take stock of these two teams. The Zabs, we saw them last week. Great win against St Kevin's. The Bloods suffering a heavy defeat at the hands of the Tunners. What did you make of it all?
Yes, that Zabs result last week, that was massive. That was a 2v3 clash to basically lock up second spot. So a lot on the line for the Zabs. They were very impressive. Yep. They took away the ground away from St Kevin's. They made them retreat at stages. St Kevin's didn't have an answer. They couldn't exit. Very hard to hit the scoreboard. One thing that impressed me about Zabs immensely was their ability to take their opportunities when presented. So really well honed. So it was a very impressive performance. And then if we look at Haileybury's performance last week, I know they had a lot of under-19s playing. I don't think we were playing today as we were watching them warm up, but that was a big result. Look, they played Brighton last week. Brighton are getting the band back together. I mean, they've sort of stumbled through the middle part of the year, Brighton, but they're getting it right at the right end. But look, Haileybury's a hard one to get a read on. They're a very good sort of three-quarter performing sort of team.
Yeah.
They've got to string 4 quarters together, but and we want to say 4 quarters, they've got to be in the game for all of those quarters as well.
Yeah.
It's these 5-minute lapses where they can get 6 or 7 goals kicked against them.
Yeah. We've seen that a few times this year with the Bloods. 72-point loss to Old Brighton at Brighton Beach Oval.
Yeah.
Fortress Brighton, not quite as impenetrable as it once was, but still a tough place to go and win. And Old Xaverians with a 39-point win over St Kevin's, although to be honest, that does flatter St Kevin's. The Zavs were much better than that last week.
Yeah, they were. Like, that was only 30 points at half-time against Old Brighton, so not a massive margin, but then it just continually got bigger and really struggled to hit the scoreboard consistently throughout the game. So that's something. Today's ground is going to be very interesting, Matty. I know last year Simon Petch and I stepped it out. There's quite a few expletives from Petchy while we're doing that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was very complimentary of the greenskeeper, though, and it's very hard to get a positive.
Doesn't sound like Petchy.
No, not at all. But it's about 149 metres long. We've got traditional 40-metre arcs here, but it's 140 wide, Matty, so it's very round.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of space. Now, Matty, these are finals-like venues.
Yes, this is what Elsternwick Park
Elsternwick
is.
Park, Trevor Barker, very wide, not quite that long. So, you know who this is going to suit today? Campbell Lane.
Yeah.
The space, I'm looking at the space on the wings out there.
Yeah.
We know a man who he gets up and down those wings. He will rack up bulk possessions today. So it'll be interesting to see how Haileybury handle that, because Zavs really do like to move the ball laterally. They've got a very good intercept mark game off halfback. So Haileybury really need to... They don't want to overuse the ball. They want to be very economical with possession, and they're going to have to be clean today.
Yeah, and really good conditions to do it in as well.
Yes.
We'll cross to Cooper, and he'll give us a bit of a report at ground level. But before we do that, let's tune into some of the coaches. I caught up with both of them earlier. We'll start with Guy Martin. Big day for him and the Bloods. Let's have a bit of a listen. So we're near the old Haileybury coach, Guy Martin. Guy, at the college today, how's the mood?
Mood's good, exciting. I've never played or coached out here, obviously not being a Haileybury boy, but you know, the majority of the boys are, so they're pretty excited to get back out on the Rendell, or Rendell. I don't know about the pronunciation, but yeah, very excited.
It's a massive game for the club today, a lot on the line. How have you sort of approached the week? Have you leaned heavily into it, or business as usual?
Yes and no. As I think I said to you during the week, without being too explicit about it, everyone's pretty aware of where we're at and the equations and, you know, what a win would mean. But Zavs are also priming for a tilted and A-grade flag, and they've got a pretty bloody strong side in today. As do we've got probably one of our stronger sides for the year, especially across the midfield. So we'll try and go toe-to-toe with them a little bit, give us a bit of supply up forward, hopefully, and see if we can't have a good day.
Who are some of those ins? Because you've got some quality coming back.
Yeah, so with the VFL season finishing, Ollie Houghton comes from Richmond, Chop Harrop and Lockie Riley from Sandringham, and Jake Smith, who's at Werribee, but they've obviously got the week off. And in saying that, he's coming off a 10-week injury, so probably can't expect too much from Jake. But yeah, he's a pretty handy player as well.
And Zavs specifically, what do you think they do so well that's put them in the spot they're in right now?
Oh, most things. Their midfield's stacked, especially at the moment. They use the ball really well. They share it around. When you've got all those guys that can win the ball themselves and also pretty elite skills and elite movers, they run. Yeah, the way they can go from end to end without the opposition touching, it's pretty impressive. So I think they'll take a fair few risks against us. I don't know. I won't say that word. Yeah, I think they'll take some risks against us and be pretty aggressive with how they try and move the ball. So if we can turn them over, we'll get some good looks. But we've got to be good enough to turn them over, Matty.
I really appreciate the self-censorship, Guy. Best of luck. Thanks for your time.
No worries. Thanks, Matty.
Guy Martin, the coach there of Old Haileybury's team, coming into today, sit ninth, a 5-11 record, a percentage of 74.87. 5 changes for them coming into this match. Lachlan Riley, Charlie Harrop, Ollie Houghton, Jake Smith and Sev Stefanakis coming to the side, making way. Hugo, you alluded to the under-19s a little earlier. Blake Woodman, Sam James, Archer Harrop, Emerson Jones. The big out, though, Hugo Noziara with the hamstring injury. So there's a lot of good ins, but that's the big out for him.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for them, Matty. But those ins are amazing. I'm really keen to see Jake Smith after that bit of a layoff with a knee injury. He was a very important player at Werribee, so trying to get himself right for finals. He plays a bit more an outside game for Werribee, but I would think that he would probably go inside today in the midfield to help strengthen that up a little bit. I mean, Guy just acknowledged how strong the Zavs midfield is, and we saw that last week. That was amazing. So you got some of the best players. A few Woodrow medals running around in there.
It's a lot.
So it's going to be interesting. But Ollie Houghton, Jake Smith, massive ins.
Yeah, no doubt. So that's they're the changes for Old Haileybury. Old Xaverians flying higher. We saw them on VAFA's Match of the Day last last week against St Kevin's out at Toorak Park, and they were outstanding. Their coach, Dan Donati, I spoke with a little earlier. See you with Old Xavs, Coach Dan Donati. Dan, you've just about locked up the double chance for the final series. How's the mood heading into this week with a couple of games still to play?
Oh, look, the mood's good. To be expected, a couple of games to go. It's a beautiful day out at Keysborough at the school at Haileybury College. It's got a lot of space. It's a pretty similar sort of a ground size to Elsternwick Park, and we know we're going to play there in a couple of weeks' time. So, look, the mood's good. Hopefully the boys can turn up today and play well.
What's sort of the overriding message that you want to give to the players still with a couple of games to go, but you sort of know what you're going to do first week of the finals? You got the double chance. How are you going to use the next couple of weeks?
Oh, look, I think so many of the guys are in different stages of their preparation. It's really key that you want to be peaking when it matters. So some guys genuinely need some work today. As guys that miss a lot of football. There's also areas in our game which we haven't been perfect in, and I've identified a few of them before the game. And in the next 2 weeks, we've got to get better at a few areas. I'm not going to pinpoint those out, but we've got some areas we've got to work on. So today's focus is typically we want to play our brand, our style, but it won't be easy because we know Old Haileybury got to win a game the next couple to stay up, and I think we all know how they're going to turn up. So it'll be interesting to see how the boys go.
One change, we saw Tommy McRae go down with a hamstring injury last week, but the VFL season wrapping up for some clubs. You've got Sterling Phipps-Parsons back. It's a good in to have. Yeah,
Phipps has been with us for a few weeks. He's just been injured, unfortunately, so we couldn't get him back in. But it's great. Look, he's a great little player. So, yeah, we get him back in today and he'll do his thing. He's missed a bit of footy the second half of the season, so he needs the next couple of games, but he's a beauty, so we're rapt to have him.
You mentioned that this ground's got some pretty vast expanses. Have you got much experience on it yourself?
Oh, back in the school days, absolutely. Being a Xavier boy myself, playing cricket and footy, you've got fond memories of these things, even if it's 25, 26 years ago, 30 years ago for me. Great times out here. It's a ripping ground. So, look, the boys are keen, and hopefully, as I said before, they can turn up and play some good footy for us.
Well, Dan, we wish you the very best of luck. Thanks for your time.
Easy, anytime.
Dan Donati, the coach of Old Xaverians. They're sitting second on the ladder at the moment, a 13-3 record, a percentage of just under 143. They are level on points with University Blues. So, Hugo, while the matchups for the first week of the finals are all but locked away, the prize of the minor premiership is still up for grabs.
Yeah, it is, Matty. Yes, Matty, it is. It's something that, it's bragging rights. Realistically, though, it wouldn't be too much of a concern for mine. The biggest thing is getting in that top two. But, yeah, look, it's another thing that you can tick off the list of things, of accomplishments, which is good. But the real achievement is getting that top two, as I said. So you get that second chance, which is oh so important. It's very hard to win a grand final from outside of top two, I believe.
Yeah, no, it is a tough thing to do indeed. And just the one change confirmed for the Old Xavs, Sterling Phipps-Parsons. Back in Tommy McRae with that hamstring injury. We saw it, and he did a lot of run-ups and down the boundary line last week trying to get back out there, but he won't be playing this afternoon. Of course, Phipps-Parsons' VFL responsibilities with Footscray are over for the season. Footscray out of the VFL for 2026, so he's now back to play with the Xavs and have a run at it for finals. This will be his 5th game of the campaign.
Yes, so that's a great inclusion. It's an interesting one, the guys coming back from VFL, so we've got a lot of inclusions in today. So that changes a lot of things, Matty. So the results you're expecting and from weeks gone past are a little bit out the window with the sides that both sides have in, and this midfield matchup is just enthralling. The one thing, though, Alex Spralia, the ruck for Xavs, and I know poor old Ethan Hardiman is the lone man standing for Old Haileybury, the last ruckman in the queue.
Yep.
Coming in off this is his 4th game of senior football this year, and coming up against probably one of the premier ruckmen of the competition. And we're looking at the size difference here too, Matty. There's as the umpires getting ready on the ground, and we're not far away, but yeah, that'll be one to watch. So I'd be looking for Haileybury to try and shark as many of Spralia's taps as possible.
And the hosts, the Bloods, will be kicking to the left of your 8 dial in this opening term. Here we go. It's going to be Hardiman and Spralia wins the first hit out, although it's been sharked here by Brady Seckel, who gets the first entry inside 50, goes deep for the Bloods, but in good position. Jack Whitehead taking the mark at full-back for the Xavs. And he's just happy to go short to Will Goss. Not 15 was the call by the umpire, so Goss has got to move. Nope. Steps inside quickly. Dangerous kick towards centre-half back. Was knocked away. Good tackle applied there. That time by Jake Smith, who's one of those 5 ins, his first game of the season. Runner-up in Werribee's Best and Fairest in 2025 too. Spralia grabs this one out of the ruck. Looks to get the kick forward. Smith is there. Sees with the hand pass out, although Fisher was there and gave it across to Ganji and looks to spread a kick out wide towards the wing. And coming up to meet it, Ollie Seston. He was very good early last week. Gives it back. Here's that man, Phipps Parsons, back into the side. Goes with a kick inside 50. McIsaac gets out the back in a one-on-one situation. He's pushed off the football well. He goes in and applies the tackle now. And the umpire locks it up. That was well done by Rainer Seckel there in that one-on-one there, Hugo.
Yeah, Rainer Seckel played on Charlie McIsaac the last time they met and kept him to 1 goal, so I'm liking that matchup already.
Delaney grabs this one out of the ruck, dribbles it towards goal and wide across the face, near side rather, and it's behind the opening score of the game. Old Zavs 1 behind, Old Haileybury yet to score.
Just saw the speed that Old Zavs moved the ball from half back then. That's what they're famous for. And Sterling Phipps Parsons getting busy early. So a couple of prominent names getting themselves in the line of fire early.
That scoreboard is thanks to Mercedes-Benz Berwick. And of course, you can sync up the coverage with this match thanks to SEM Stadium Technology. So you are here at Haileybury College. Listen on the SEN app and listen to us in real time. So the Bloods bring the ball back into play. Fenley in good position here. Oh, he had a double grab at it and was knocked away from him at the end. Hand pass comes back out now to Hansen, who shrugs the tackle. Back to Fenley. And now getting the hand pass here is Fisher, who looks to set things up and switches it across the face beautifully to Seston, who marks, looks to play on, looking for McIsaac, who marked strongly overhead. And is closer in, he'll line up about 30 metres out. Not much of an angle to speak of here for the game's first goal.
Yes, we just see Xavier taking away all the exits. So exactly what they did last week to St Kevin's. So Haileybury had no answer there trying to exit their defensive 50 and a lot of loose plays in the forward line there. Ollie Seston, massive game last week, especially in the first half.
Yeah, and this guy took over after half-time, was pretty well held for the first half. He finished with 4. Charlie McIsaac here for the opening goal of the match. No mistake. His 57th of the campaign. Another outstanding season from McIsaac, and he just keeps on keeping on in front of goal. And the Zabs strike first here out at Haileybury College, 1-1-7. Old Haileybury yet to score, and that is on the Mercedes-Benz Berwick scoreboard, Melbourne's most awarded Mercedes-Benz retailer.
Really selfless play there by Ollie Seston. Oh, every right should have had a shot on goal there, but just saw Charlie McIsaac in a better position, and a great mark by Charlie McIsaac there too. Seems driven this week, Matty, like he was expecting the Skins Award last week, we hear, and was very disappointed not to get it.
No, he has a point to prove this week. Back in the middle, Hardiman did well. Had the football, but then it was caught. Westcott was in there, gave it across to Hansen. Outside of the boot, high up towards full forward. McIsaac there again, juggling the mark. Seston, and we put it to grass. It's still alive here, knocked away. A couple of Bloods just fighting after it. There was Smith on hands and knees. He's taken in a tackle by Charlie Knott. And the umpire calls for it here.
Just an early around the grounds, Matty got a game start earlier. Old Scotch 6-1-37 leading Uni Black, 3-2-20. That's 6 minutes gone in the second quarter.
Stavrou trying to get away from Seckel. He's caught. Thanks for that, Hugo. Round the grounds, thanks to Buxton Hampton East.
Yeah, just getting the sponsors out of the way early.
Of course, Old Scotch practically safe from relegation, but a win today will make it a mathematical certainty. The Blacks, well, they could be in a bit of peril come next week if results go against them.
Yeah, interesting watch, that one.
Stavrou, rather spryly, grabs this one out of the ruck, goes to full forward. Russell going back with a fly, couldn't complete the mark. Bit of a dangerous hand pass, allowed Phipps Parsons in. Russell's got to go back. And luckily, they've given away the free kick here, so they get out of jail temporarily here to the Bloods. Kick up towards Hardiman. Didn't take the mark, but brought it to ground well. And then Gunnar Wardner gives the hand pass across. And here's a chance now for Old Haileybury. High kick up towards half forward. It's all about the bounce. They've kept it in play. Now it's Harrop here who's trying to try and gather it. He does so now. Gets it from Riley. Looks to give the hand pass back. Now high kick inside 50. Numbers here favour the Zavs. Oh, copying a bit of a falcon there in the goal square was James Blight. Still alive. It's trickled out of play now and a boundary throw in.
Yeah, he was probably a little bit lucky there, but he used the body really well there, Blight, and obviously a stoppage in the forward pocket's a win for them because they did not have many players up the ground then on that fast break. So got a chance to get some troops up the field.
So the closest really the Bloods have been to goal so far today. And gathered here by Hart, roved it well, just booted it out of there, but a bit of an aimless kick, and now the Bloods have an opportunity to launch this one back out inside 50, and it will be Gilliam who will, well, he's decided that he's going to have a shot at goal now. He'll be kicking from about, I'd say about 50, 55 metres out. It's a 40-metre arc we've got here.
So we'll say 47 metres, maybe.
47?
A little bit of wind probably going into his face, so it's going to be a hard kick here. So look for the big guys to get involved on the line. You see Ed Delaney down there.
It's 3 goals for the season. This one won't quite have the carry, and it's just knocked into the post in the end. Behind, nearly got all of it. It's just the behind one. They're on the board. The Bloods, one behind. The Zavs 1-1-7, and they waste no time. Fisher looking for Stavrou on the wing. It's a good kick.
How often do you hear that? Fisher to Stavrou?
Yeah.
Stavrou to Fisher.
Stavrou going with a kick in board. Ill-directed. A bit untidy there. Now Connell gives it, gets the hand pass across. Chance here for the Bloods to go inside 50 again.
No one home.
Nobody home, so they've just got to pull the trigger and go for goal. And it's just gone across the face, through for a minor score. Haven't quite picked up who let fly with that kick. Might be Smith, actually.
Had no one at home anyway. There was no one from Haileybury in there, forward 50.
It was Jake Smith.
He'll be big today.
Yeah, he's already been involved early. Thank you, Bruce. They're happy to just chip it around here. The Zavs now, Fenley's got it. On halfback, he was good last week, Jed Fenley. He goes with the kick down the line. Knott was the target. It was knocked away from him, though. Spralia's in there. Hardiman fighting hard. Lane gets the hand pass now. Loops it back to Hansen. Inboard to Fisher. And straightens on the left boot, although the kick's been cut out. Good play again from Gilliam. And he's got room to move here. He draws the man, feeds a hand pass across. Long kick inside 50 to a one-on-one. Fenley's the target. Blight was there. Gunnar-Warden roving now. Can he gather it cleanly? He's trying to paddle it to his advantage. It comes out to Blight, who has the snap towards goal. Whitehead playing the role of goalkeeper, saves the day and gives it across to Hart. He just ambles out of the defensive 40. Takes a bounce, goes with a kick down the line. Good pressure, though. Ball falls to Russell. Goes with a kick back inside 50. Looking there for Harrop, but it's gone over his head and out of bounds on the full. The pressure's been good for the Bloods early.
Yeah, it has, but Zavs invited that pressure there. Hart didn't need to have a bounce there. He had Seston up the ground there. Should have pulled the trigger on that one earlier when he had more time and space. His Goss is getting busy early.
Yeah, Goss.
He takes every kick out. He sprints over for the out of bounds on the full. Loves all those Montagna sort of possessions.
35 touches for Will Goss last week and 10 rebounds. And
Can't believe we didn't give him the skin.
Well, it wasn't my call.
Oh.
His kick is knocked away down the line. It'll be tossed back in between wing and half forward here for the Bloods, who trail by 5 points. 8 minutes gone on the Mercedes-Benz Berwick scoreboard here at Haileybury College. Of course, Old Haileybury's last home game of the season. Harmon worked well to get the front spot that time. Brosnahan was there. His hand pass was charged down. Oh, it's going to be paid Lassou. Oh, well, from our position, it looked like it was knocked out of his hands.
Anyway.
But they'll take the free kick here quickly with the Bloods, and a good pass inside 50. Lace out for Bailey Yates, who marks 35 metres out from goal, 45-degree angle. They moved that one quickly, the Bloods.
They did, and they caught the Zavs napping there, but that's where you have to be aware, because those Lasso free kicks, they just slingshot the ball straight back in. So this is good. That was really good by Yates, that lead up there, and a good strong mark. Just needs to convert now, Matty.
Yeah, well, he's normally good for a goal a game. He didn't get one last week, but he's kicked 15 in 13 this season.
Should kick 2 this week then to make up for last week.
Well, he'll have to. Big early opportunity here for the Bloods. Season on the line this afternoon at the college. Can Bailey Yates deliver? He does! It's an important moment there for Old Haileybury early in this match. Just 9 minutes gone in the opening term. And they've taken the lead back off the Zavs. 1-2-8 to 1-1-7 on the Mercedes-Benz Berwick scoreboard. And Bailey Yates getting the opening goal for Old Haileybury.
Yes, that's where clear possession and decisiveness is a real advantage. I just want to go back to Hart, but that kick that he didn't pull early enough, took the bounce, and then tried to pull that little dinky pass off to Seston. When Seston was clear, they would have been away and gone. So sometimes it's better not to invite the pressure. First option, always the best option, Matty.
Feels like the Bloods have done that early. They've gone very direct. They haven't wasted a lot of time moving the ball forward. We're back in the middle. Sprague, who won the tap, trying to run onto it there was Seckel. Hand pass comes over the top now, trying to run onto it there is Sev Stefanakis. Gives the hand pass back. Smith. Back to Gilliam. Yeah, Smith's been very busy early.
He has.
Very, very ominous. And that's a kick inboard to Dara Seckel. I'm going to say Seckel a lot today. There's 3 of them out there, and they're pretty good at finding the ball. There's Mavropoulos, hand pass inside Hardiman in space. He can run towards goal. Oh, Ethan Hardiman hasn't scored this season, or has now. Tell you what,
That would have really got the bloods pumping. It's only off to the right. 1-3 plays 1-1. And the Mercedes-Benz Berwick scoreboard. These hands under pressure early.
No, they're playing some good forward half footy here. Haileybury is very impressive.
And now Tom Dunn is in towards Nick Guiney. Zav's getting a lot of their back six into the fold once again. Alex Trigger got through the seconds by reports unscathed today. But that's another turnover that the Bloods have forced in their forward half here. It's an untidy sideways kick, but Russell's got it now. He wants to go further across to Gilliam. They've gone backwards a long way here. He's going to dump this one down the line. Harrop's the target. Yates is going to fly very early, or very late. And they're blind with a good tackle on Dunn. Umpire wave play on. Hand pass comes out now, and going in there was Will Hardiman. Locks things out, and the umpire's called for it inside 50. Bloods mean business today, Hugo.
They certainly do. Good forward defensive pressure there. Need to make something of this, put scoreboard pressure on the Zabs.
Fisher got half a kick away. Won't mark, won't be paid. Umpire wave play on. Ganji back to Brosnahan. Draws the man, gives it across to Dunn. Good smother, though, from Gilliam. Hardiman gives it back to Gilliam, who just ran back into the field of play, was pushed off the ball. Brosnahan fed the hand pass out. That's not going anywhere. Stavro was caught straight away there by Mavropoulos.
Pressure's very good from Haileybury. I like their 1%ers as well.
Spralia. Hansen trying to crash through, was dispossessed. Umpire wave play on. Here's Smith again. Weaves his way through traffic, gives the hand pass across to Seckel. Kick up the line, didn't go very far. Now Brosnahan turns tackler. Oh, it's fierce early here at the college, Hugo.
Yes, a little bit to play for today. This is good.
Spralia and Hardiman will do battle once again. And he was being held there, even though he won the hit out, Spralia. He's just a bit too big for Hardiman, and Ethan Hardiman's got to be careful of that.
Yeah, if he gives away front spot, he just can't grab and wrestle from behind like that. He's got to try and get around him.
Spralia, we saw his kicking on display last week with a goal from 50, and there it is again, short to Charlie Knott.
Very competent. Not many options here. Haileybury doing a really good job of taking away the short, easy option, but one opens up just as I was speaking there.
Short to Phipps Parsons.
It's his next kick now, Matty. They're really important that they maintain possession here.
Well, they've gone the kicking board to Guiney, who's moved up the ground and found a bit of space. And now he's got Seston all on his own on the half-forward flank, and he marks. Too far out to score, Ollie Seston. He changed his mind a couple of times, and he goes with a short little stab inside 50, and he finds Sam Fisher 35 out from goal.
Yeah, that was excellent. So just that brave kick into the middle of the ground, but that was perfectly executed to the advantage there. So the advantage, and then Seston read that perfectly and did a really good thing by not bombing to the square, just to give Haileybury a chance to easily defend. And Fisher working really hard, getting up the ground. He loves a goal, Fish.
He got one last week, Sam Fisher. He's kicked 9 for the season. How will he go here? He comes in now, 35 metres out, and he puts it right through the centre. That's a good counter-attacking goal there from the Zars, because the pressure from the Bloods have been really good in this opening term. It has been terrific so far. But Old Xaverians back in front, 2-1-13. Old Haileybury 1-3-9. And that's on the Mercedes-Benz Berwick scoreboard, and Sam Fisher moves into double figures for goals this season.
Yes, no, that was a really good fast slingshot from halfback, which Steve Zab's famous for. And I think that was the width of the ground that helped them out there, because it's too hard to spread and defend the whole width of the ground, and they exploited that then.
Stavro threw that one out. The umpire happy to let it go.
Well,
Mavropoulos gives it away. They've hand passed this one inside 50. Hart coming out to meet it. Got hands free. Gives it to Stavro. We will count that hand pass. Ooh. It was a bit of a fumble there from Dunn. And then making amends. He's gone in high.
Oh, he's played on.
And Hardiman, little Hardiman, he has played on. He goes in towards the pocket looking for Harrop, who caught Tom Dunn high in the marking contest. The vice skipper will get the free kick for the Zabs.
Yeah, it's just a little bit too frantic there by Hardiman. He just needed to calm down and just take his time.
So Dunn goes out with a kick towards the wing, and it's trickled out of play, but no one got a hand to it, so it's a free kick.
No, there was a blocking infringement.
Well, it's going to be Haileybury's ball regardless, and it's going to be Dara Seckel who's got it. He's able to go short to Smith, a bit too short, because the umpire said play on. Kick inboard to Gilliam works. Those two have combined very well early as well, Gilliam and Smith. Gilliam looks to try and hit up a lead down the line. He was looking for Riley. It's come off hands. Now Gunnar has got a bit of a problem. He's got about 4 Zavs to contend with. Phipps Parsons got the hands free to Ganji to Fisher. And now fumble here from Connor Dunn, lending into Arrive. Provided a bit of help was Woodhouse. He somehow got that away to Goss. And now Nick Guiney in the centre of the College goes out towards McIsaac here in the pocket. He's outnumbered. And the Bloods, that was a kick that was smothered, and it lets McIsaac in again. He's got it now in the pocket. He's tackled, gives the hand pass across to Seston. He shrugs the tackle. He looks to shrug another one. He gives it across to Phipps Parsons, who didn't get boot to ball. It was rushed through. Great defence from the Bloods.
It was a comedy of errors from the Zabs there. No, get the boot on the ball.
Oh, you felt like the goal was inevitable there for the visitors, but not to be. And that's a kick out towards Max Sievers, who's got it now on the back flank, and he wants to move it quickly, and he does. Got it up towards the wing now to Old Haileybury. Long kick down the line. This is looking for the smallest man on the ground, and it's found Will Hardiman. This time he does take his time a moment. Spears a pass into Gunnar, who's about 50 metres out from goal, and he might decide to just have a shot from here, Cody Gunnar.
It's probably the right option there because they had nothing up forward, and he probably wasn't going to make the distance from there, but he's backing himself in now, so it's going to be an interesting kick, this one. He's going to take everything he's got there, I think.
Joint leading goal scorer for the Bloods this season alongside James Blight. They both kicked 16 for the campaign, although Cody Gunnar has kicked 16-18.
Goodness.
Didn't manage a goal last week, only had the 6 touches. So a chance to make an early statement here. He runs an arc, he drives it from outside 40. He's cleared the fence with ease. Cody Gunnar, it never looked like missing. Well, he ran out to the right, Hugo, but he's put it right through the centre.
He certainly did, and that cleared the goals very well. So backed himself in, just got those few extra metres, and now he's kicked 17-18, Matty.
17-18, he's almost reached parity. 2-14. In fact, no, we've lost the score here. I think it's
2-3.
Well, they've taken a goal off Haileybury for that incredible effort from Cody Gunnar. 2-3-15 to 2-2-14. That is on the Mercedes-Benz Berwick scoreboard. Great finish from Cody Gunnar.
Yeah, that's what you like. Players taking their opportunity when it presents. Got to tell you, I wasn't convinced, but he shut me up.
Woodhouse taking a turn in the ruck. Riley was there. Smith gathered it. Sweeps the hand pass out wide to Russell now on the wing. Kick up towards half forward. Goss had front spot. Trapped it well. Caught by Gunnar. Over the boundary line. Throw in. It's just been good from the Bloods. As you say, the long way to go, but they've started well.
No, they're playing some forward half footy. They're being economical with the ball too, not overusing. They're giving first option, trying to play to an advantage and put some speed on the ball. It's a good format.
To Hardiman, beaten out that time by Woodhouse. Smith again. Oh, he's given it, gets it back from Russell. Sets the kick in towards Gunnar again. Whitehead only went with it with the one hand, brought it to ground. Bit of hand passing here on the last line for the Zavs. Fenley out to Hart. This time he does take the first option. Long kick down the line. He was looking for Brosnahan. Knocked away from him that time, though, by Angus Bonwick. Out of play between wing and half forward again for the Bloods.
Yeah, there was very good forward defensive pressure there by the Bloods. It took away some options there, so that's why we got that bomb kick down the line. And the boundary umpire wearing sunglasses today, didn't they?
Did not see that very often.
It's a new one.
That is a first. Westcott hands it across to Charlie Knott. And then wanted to give the hand pass out, but instead just goes with a long dumpy kick down the line. McIsaac turned defender for a moment, then roved it, gives it across to Hansen. Clever little kick out in front of Wanganeen. Will it sit for him? It does. And then he bounces it all the way home. That's a touch of class from Tex Wanganeen. He's got his first of the campaign. You wouldn't know it with a finish like that. He made that look easy.
He did.
And the Zavs back in front. 3-2-20 plays 2-3-15 on the Mercedes-Benz Berwick scoreboard.
But no, that was impressive. You see that speed of ball movement there that the Zavs are famous for. They've worked their way out of trouble well. And just that excellent finish by Wanganeen. And I always get nervous with a round-the-corner dribble kick as well. I've been burnt by one in the past.
Just only one?
Only one that I can remember. Cost us a grand final. I still lay awake at night thinking about that.
Not right there. But a good finish from Tex Wanganeen. Early goal of the day, contender for Beadell Body Corporate Management. And they'll win the clearance here again with the Zavs. Fisher out to Stavrou this time. Switching roles. Kick up towards half full. Cruel bounce from McIsaac. Rainer Seckel to Durra Seckel. Kick down the line. doing well there initially, but the spoil was Antonis, but he's impeded his opponent illegally there in Fenley, who'll get the free kick. It goes inboard now to Fisher on the wing.
So the Bloods are only playing a 5-man forward line, so they have that extra one behind the ball, so they'll be clogging up the space, so they have to work their way either past it or through it.
Hansen. Short now to Fenley again, who slowly worked his way up the ground. Hands it across to Campbell Lane. Kick inside, attacking 50 over the head of McIsaac. Fallen here for Delaney. Now not receives a hand pass. Goes with the outside of the boot. Oh, that's a clever pass. A clever mark as well by Wanganeen. And he can go for 2 in a couple of minutes.
That was very, very smart by Not there, just to get that ball centre when he was running away. It was unorthodox in execution and caught everyone napping there. So nice, good chest mark by Wanganeen. He's got the hot hand at the moment, Wanganeen.
He does. So he's not too far out. Slight angle, about 25 metres out. This takes Wanganeen to beauty just a couple of minutes ago. It's the London buses effect. Waits forever for 1 and then 2 come around in no time. Wanganeen's got his second. And the Zavs skip away. 4-2-26 plays 2-3-15 on the Mercedes-Benz Berwick scoreboard.
Just want to sneak around the grounds quickly, Matty. We've got Old Scotch 10-4-64 leading Uni Blacks 4-2-26, but that is in the second quarter. Now this one, Uni Blues 1-2-8, trailing Caulfield Grammarians 4-2-26. Old Brighton 4-1-25, leading St Bernard's 1 behind, and St Kevin's 3-2-20, leading Trinity 2-1-13. So that Caulfield Grammarians Blues one. Gee, the Blues have got the stumbles at the moment.
All of a sudden, not the time of season you want to be doing that. That's thanks to Buxton Hampton East. Back in the centre here, Brosnahan with a high kick inside 50. It's come off hands. It's blocked by Wanganeen again. Can he get a third? No, he's charged down that time. And the Bloods can breathe a sigh of relief just for the moment. Clearing kick out towards the wing. Plenty of space here. Guiney slid in, got the hand pass across to Dunn. Kicks from a standing start in towards Fisher now. Still centre wing. Steps inside the centre square now. Does Fisher. Drives the kick long towards full forward. McIsaac's going to set himself. Seston flew over the back. Now there's a whistle, a free kick. Oh, it's going to go to the Zavs here.
It is. Ed Delaney.
It's going to be Delaney's ball. I didn't quite pick up what the free kick was for, whether it was a bit of a hold or a bit of a shove at the back.
I think the umpire made the holding motion, so I'd say someone was probably having a bit of a wrestle.
Yep. So Ed Delaney has got it almost directly in front. We're right behind the kick here. 22-6 for the campaign. Delaney, and he's hit the post. And we're right behind the kick so we could see it all the way.
It was horrible. Oh, God. Oh, he stabbed at it. Yeah. You've got to kick through it, Ed.
Yeah, he's been taking kicking lessons from Charlie McIsaac and close to goal. And meanwhile, the Bloods look to move this very quickly. Gone through a chain of hand passes, and they're up towards the wing here and bursting through now as Mavropoulos kick up towards half forward. Kuna Warden's got to gather it on the bounce. He might have been helped by Phipps Parsons, and that's how the umpire sees it. Free kick to Kuna Ward. Too far out to score this time. He's got Blight in the goal square. You've got Bailey Yates in a one-on-one against Guiney as well. He's going to set it in the Yates direction. He's going to fly here. He got a hand to it. He brought it to ground. It's still alive. And it's been knocked out of play for a boundary throw-in.
So a good build-up there by the Bloods. And a bit of a win with that boundary throw-in there rather than conceding it behind, giving possession back to the Zavs. So they need to make something of this here. I know Spraley is back in the ruck. Woodhouse having a rest now.
And it's going to be Yates doing the ruck work inside 50 here for the Bloods. He gets to front spot. Spraley had most of the palm there. Parsons done conspiring to apply the tackle on Riley, and we'll get another stoppage.
Zad's happy to get bulk numbers around here.
Yates front spot. Another strong tackle, that time from Dunn on Ollie Houghton. Great to have Ollie Houghton back for the Bloods. Yates again, there is Houghton, looks to give the hand pass out, Phipps Parsons, he knocked it away. Comes out now to Gilliam, outside of the boot in towards full forward. Dunn was there, so was Guna Ward. Now it was knocked away from both of them. Now the kick out towards the back flank. Oh, it falls kindly here for Russell, who spears it inside 50. And a strong mark has been taken there from Thomas Antonis, and cupped one in the kidneys for his troubles. But he's got the mark, and that's all that matters, but he's a very sore boy at the moment.
Yeah, Sam Hansen made him earn that one. So he's...
he might give the hand pass across. He does to Russell, who's going to go with a pass inside 50, but it was cut out by Stavrou. And the moment passes there for the Bloods across to Campbell Lane, and his kick up the line finds Westcott between wing and half back. And it's a backing ball to Lane, who kept on running. His kick smothered, though. It was good pressure here from the Bloods. Seckle that time. Gives it across to Houghton. Standing start. High up towards full 40. Yates the target. Hart in best position marks. And it's a very ugly kick towards Lane. That's as polite as I could put it.
Yes.
But Lane marks, so all's well that ends well.
Yes.
So Lane goes up the line here. Seckle spoils, falls here to Connell. Couldn't gather it cleanly. Bly's a good shepherd there for Stefanakis to go inboard to Houghton. Now the game slows up a bit.
Yeah, he's throwing it right up here. So playing to Xavier's hands.
He's gone with a really dangerous kick, looking for Smith. It's gone over his head. It's fallen here for Guiney, and it's going to open up now, but the kick is not very good. Gilliam to Russell. Oh, he might have taken his head off. He's danced out of trouble well there as Russell goes around the body. Bouncing ball inside 50. Dunn tracking it back. He's got to gather it cleanly. Good pressure, but a bit too much pressure. And then Hart goes in, and Yates and Ian Hart just say good day. Meanwhile, the free kick goes the way of Dunn. Thomas Dunn, who goes out towards the back flank. It's come off hands, rode well by Ganji, who's going to go with a really dangerous switch. Great courage from Lockie Riley. Went back with the flight. Had no idea what was coming the other way, but had eyes on the ball the entire time. A mark of the day contender for Gorman Commercial, and his reward is a shot at goal, Lockie Riley.
Absolutely, very brave going back there, but it was a dangerous kick, retreating ground. So, yeah, anyway, let's maybe say he didn't see the play there, but they were in a bit of panic stations there. And there was a little bit of byplay going on, so it's been really good by Haileybury to cause that turnover.
He's just snuck that in, as Riley. It was a nervous and careful approach, but he's just squeezed it through. He's second of the season. He's kicked 2 straight for the campaign as Lockie Riley. That's a great reward because that was a terrific mark going back with the flight. And they've got a good response here, have the Bloods. They move to 3-3-21 on the Mercedes-Benz Berwick scoreboard. The Zavs 4-3-27.
No, that was very good by Haileybury there. The pressure they're bringing is elite. The one area they probably are falling down is a little bit that last kick into the forward line. They're struggling to find a mark down there, but they've had more than enough of the ball.
Back in the centre here, Spralia, Hardiman. Did it well. Houghton, he reined that in really well. The hand pass a bit untidy, though. Ganji got across. Gilliam gives it away. And then Mavropoulos, back to Houghton, who's starting to work his way into the game now. Hardiman gives it across. Now Gilliam takes a bounce. Draws the man across to Houghton again, who kept on running. And there's the siren. Brings it in to a really entertaining opening term, Hugo. I thought that siren came a bit early. I was having too much fun.
It was a short quarter, one of the shortest we had of the year, 28 and a half
28 and a half minutes. It went quick. But I tell you what a game we have on our hands here at quarter time. Old Haileybury 3-3-21, Old Zabs 4-3-27. Hugo, for Hit IQ, your expert today. Your thoughts on that opening term?
No, look, I was really impressed with Haileybury there. The pressure they brought is elite. You can just see the inclusions in the midfield there. Smith has been massive, and Houghton coming into the game in the last minutes there. Their forward defensive pressure has been really good because Zav's backline is famous for being able to exit. So look, they just need to bring this, and I spoke about this before the match, Matty. They need to bring this for another 3 quarters. They need to be around this. You know, they're only deficient by 1 scoring shot. Unfortunately, it's a goal. But, no, really impressive. They just need to maintain it. Now, Zavs need to probably lift their work rate a little bit to try and find some more options coming out of the back half because they have turned the ball over in the middle of the ground a lot. When they do move for each other, you can just see how quickly they can kick goals. But you can only play as well as the opposition lets you sometimes, Matty.
Yeah, and Old Haileybury have not given the Zavs much room to move or play well in this opening term. The goal scorers to this point for Old Xaverians, 2 to Tex Wanganeen, singles to Charlie McIsaac and Sam Fisher, and for the Bloods, singles to Bailey Yates, Cody Gunawardner, and then Lockie Riley. This is VAFA William Buck Premier Men's Round 17 footy on SEN's Match of the Day. At quarter time, it's Old Xaverians who lead Old Haileybury by 6 points.
Listen to the award-winning VAFA William Buck Premier Men's SEN Match of the Day this Saturday afternoon on the SEN app and SEN's no-delay streaming product, SEN Stadium. That's VAFA Footy, live with no delay, Saturday from 1:45 p.m. Listen via the app.
Are you thinking about pulling on the boots and having a kick in 2026? If so, we'd love to have you in the VAFA. Australia's largest senior footy competition, has teams suited to all ages and experience, from under-19s to seniors. Log on to VAFA.com.au, check out our club directory and find a club near you.
Hey guys, Stephen here, introducing our new GYG-approved crispy chicken tenders. 100% clean, free-range chicken breast tenders, coated in our perfectly seasoned and crispy crumb. Truly next level. Get yours now at Guzman y Gomez. Love ya.
The VAFA Rising Star Award recognises the competition's most talented young players. Each week, the VAFA Rising Star Committee receives nominations for one male and one female player aged 20 years or under who played no more than 7 senior games before this season. Our overall season winners will be declared the VAFA Rising Stars for 2026. So if your club has a young gun making their mark, nominate them now at media@vafa.com.au.
Stay up to date with all the latest from the Victorian Amateur Football Association with the brand new VAFA app. Stay connected with live scores, fixtures, stats and news from across the Victorian Amateur Football Association right at your fingertips. Download the VAFA app today from the App Store or Google Play and never miss a moment.
Keep up to date with everything that's happening around the VAFA by subscribing to our socials. We're on Instagram, TikTok, X, Facebook and LinkedIn. Has someone just taken a screamer or kicked goal of the year? Send us your best and we might share them around the league. Join in the fun with all the best pics, videos, stories and reels from around the competition. They're all on VAFA socials. Search VAFA and VAFA Women's on your favourite platforms.
Hey guys, Stephen here, introducing our new GYG-approved crispy chicken tender taco. 100% clean, free-range chicken breast tender, fresh shredded iceberg lettuce, jack cheese, and a drizzle of GYG's Chipotle mayo. Get yours now at Guzman y Gomez. Love ya.
Listen to the award-winning VAFA William Buck Premier Men's SEN Match of the Day this Saturday afternoon on the SEN app and SEN's no-delay streaming product, SEN Stadium. That's VAFA Footy, live with no delay, Saturday from 1:45 p.m. Listen via the app.
Quarter time here at Haileybury College. This is VAFA William Buck Premier Men's Round 17 footy on SEN's Match of the Day. Old Haileybury and Old Xaverians doing battle, and it is the Zavs who lead by 6 points at quarter time. 4-3-27 to 3-3-21. Matthew Donald with Hugo Higginbotham and Cooper Watkins, our boundary rider. We'll head down now to ground level. The Old Xaverians huddle. Dan Donati, their coach, is addressing his charges.
Flat. So, just got out the back. They had an out number out there and an out number down there. So let's stagger a little bit. Back defence. Yeah, 2-2-2. Rather than 5 across the one line. Just be smart.
Well, he is addressing his charges. It's just that we can't pick it up there, Hugo, at the moment. We'll keep persisting. But in the meantime, why don't we go around the grounds thanks to Buxton Hampton East. Adam Gillian stands out as one of Melbourne's most distinguished real estate professionals, proud supporters of the Bloods. What have you got?
Okay, Matty, we've got Old Scotch 10-4-64 leading the Blacks 7-4-46. That's getting close to half-time there. Uni Blues 3-4-22, trailing Caulfield Grammarians 4-4-28. Old Brighton 4-1-25, leading St Bernard's 1-4-10. And St Kevin's 4-4-28, leading Old Trinity 3-1-19.
Yeah, so we'll keep a very close eye on that. It looks like, well, the one is University Oval at the moment, Blues and the Fields. It's I mean, very early days, certainly.
Yeah, Blues coming back there.
That's the one at the moment, and I'm just keeping eyes on Premier B as well. Old Geelong and Old Camberwell scores locked at 3-20 apiece. Old Ivanhoe leading Williamstown CYMS 4-3-27 to 4-1-25. Old Carey leading Beau Morris 26-18. Ajax 12 points over De La Salle, and Collegians leading Old Melbourne's by 40 points. We'll head down now to Cooper Watkins, who's got Dan Donati.
Yeah, I've got Dan with me, boys. Obviously, you're expecting they were going to be up for it as a hot sort of first 10 minutes. What did you make of your boys in that first quarter?
Oh, I thought we were average, if I'm honest. I thought Old Haileybury had probably more of the ball and more looks. We turned the ball over in dangerous spots and gave the ball back to them. I thought they were better on the ground. The ground ball outworked us that quarter. We're in front. I reckon we're probably lucky.
Thanks, Dan.
Think of that, Cooper and Dan Donati there, our quarter-time huddle. Thanks to Advertising Associates. The ad is for Advertising Associates, delivering successful work for our clients for over 30 years, Hugo.
There you go, over 30 years. It's good. So Dan Donati not overly impressed with the performance of his boys, and that's good. He's realised that, and he's a bit of a perfectionist, Dan, so he'll be letting them know exactly how he thinks they can improve. And I'd see a bit of a response this quarter. I'm just having a look around the back half of the ground for Old Haileybury to see where they're starting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so they put an extra behind the ball again, which appears to be what have we got there?
Well, it looks like it might be Smith, actually.
Yeah, Smith starting behind the ball as a spare. So, it worked for them in the first quarter, as they identified that. Whether Smith's coming off the back, well, keep an eye on that if he comes off the back of the square and plays as an extra mid, getting involved around the middle of the ground, or even a defensive mid just behind the ball.
For Hit IQ and their game-changing protected concussion management system, Hugo Higginbotham, our Match of the Day expert, will be all over that. The second quarter brought to you by the Salter Brothers, one of Australia's leading alternative investment managers with a focus on specialist properties, equities and credit. It is a 6-point Old Xavs lead, and I'm trying to figure out why we haven't actually started the second quarter. Yeah, the gates.
Every week these blokes. What are they doing? There's no fence around the ground.
One job.
Shut the fence.
Here we go, the second quarter at Haileybury College, and it's Old Xaverians who lead by 6 points. Hardiman and Spryler again, and Spryler won the hit out. He was looking for Stavrou, was worried out of it. Hardiman was in there. Russell off the back of the square, did well, got the hand pass forward. Bit of a fumble there from Brady Seckel that time. Hand pass now comes to Stavrou, who wants to loop one out wide. And I see there was Lane, and now Fisher got it from Hanson. Geez, they moved that one quickly. Woodhouse now on the wing marks. He goes over the top to Lane, who kept on running, marks, and doesn't keep going, just comes back over his mark now. He goes with a short ball to Fisher. And he wheels and goes, kicks inside 50 to Phipps. Parsons was knocked away from him. Now Connell was there, he was in a bit of trouble, caught by Knott. And trickles out of play, boundary throw in, tossed in on the half-forward flank here for the Zabs.
Probably not the right option there from Fisher. There's just that little hit up to Phipps Parsons. He's gaining no ground. Too easy to turn that over as well. So that's what they got themselves in this situation.
So ball to be brought back in here. Hardiman has done well so far against Spralia. Straight to Russell, who was caught immediately, and we'll get another stoppage. I've seen these ruck mismatches a couple of times this season, Hugo.
Yeah, we have. Hardiman's just got to compete there, because you change your format in the middle of the ground. You're expecting to lose the tap-outs. You know you haven't got the dominant ruckman, so you try and read what the opposition ruckman does.
He goes at it again. This time Spralia won it. Straight to Fisher. Gives the hand pass back to God. Oh, what about the turn there? The sidestep. And then goes on the left boot, if you don't mind. There you go, Brent. Kick inside 50. It was dropped by Rainer Segel.
Yes, famously Brent baked him for not having a left foot last week.
How about that sidestep?
That was excellent.
Real slick.
Yeah, very handy inclusion back into the side, Goss.
Woodhouse to Westacott. The hand pass was cut out here by Smith. High up and under out towards the wing. No mark taken. Yates was in there, trying to hack it off the deck. Stavrou sold the fake nicely, gives the hand pass back to Hart. Is off a step, unceremoniously dumps it back inside 50. McIsaac flew in from the side, couldn't complete the mark. Woodhouse now across to Fisher, tucked up in the pocket, not a lot of room to move. Goes with the left foot around the body in towards full forward. Smith with the spoil, it's still alive here. Seston tracking it back towards the line. And Capose goes back to Ganji, who marks. He's on a tight angle, but he'll be kicking from just outside the 40-metre arc.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem with the distance. They had to do that there, the Zabs, just to maintain possession, because Haileybury had bulk players in the forward line there. So it was only clear option, but definitely a kickable goal.
And it is in good hands. He's kicked 13-2 this season, Hugo.
13-2?
13 goals, 2 for Julian Ganji.
You just torpedoed him then. Makes it right.
Including a couple last week. He comes in now, just outside the paint of 40. He's put it out to the
you
left.
torpedoed him. Every time, Matty. Every time.
Behind 4-4-28 plays 3-3-21. Kiss of death, Donald strikes again.
Yeah, you have to. It's like you're tipping.
The Salter brothers. And the kick back in there from Connell. Took a couple of bounces and went with a short kick that was too wide, out of bounds on the full. And Guiney's going to send it right back inside 50. It's gone over the head here. Charlie Knott, can he gather it? He goes with a hand pass through. And has Woodhouse hacked it off the deck? No.
He hand passed it.
Woodhouse has fed him hand passed it through the big sticks for 6 points. I don't think I've ever seen anyone hand pass a goal before. That's the closest he'll ever get to it. 4-5 plays 3-3. They bring it back inside 50 here. Russell, Smith, back to Russell, back to Smith. One over the top, Hardiman. Clever little flick on, actually. They've worked this one nicely. Gunnar Warden gives it across to Riley. He had no idea if Parsons was there, and he's gone, holding the ball.
That was building that, because they were overusing the ball there. They hadn't done that at all today, but that was just too many handballs, too many possessions. The more possessions Haileybury have, the closer to a turnover they are. They need to be more direct.
I don't know whether to give that a point to Woodhouse or rush behind.
I actually thought it was not who handballed behind.
Not? Yeah, actually, you're right, actually. Yeah. Goss Gets it from Hansen, goes up to Fisher. Wheels and goes. McIsaac in a one-on-one, inside 50, Seckel. And there's a free kick here. One umpire won't play on, but the umpire closest to the action said that McIsaac was impeded there and he'll get the free kick.
No, Merv,
Charlie Knott wanted to try and hand pass another goal, but
Yes.
The umpire has called it back.
You have to do 5 more. Umpire Merv there, he's been around the VAFA for a long time. He's in perfect position, and Rayner Seckel there, wasn't too much he could do. He just had to get some form of body on Charlie McIsaac. He had the sit on him and infringed. See, that's the extra umpire on the field, Matty.
Yep.
There's always one watching somewhere.
There's eyes everywhere now. All eyes now on Charlie McIsaac. Already kicked one. He kicked the first goal of the day. 45-degree angle from the paint of 40. Strikes this one
Lovely.
nicely. That's a very good kick, but it's just hung out to the right. 1-1 for McIsaac today. 4-6-30, plays 3-3-21 on the Salter Brothers scoreboard in this second term. Connell to take the kick in again. This time, doesn't indulge in a bounce, just goes long down the line to a 1-on-2. Away well. Riley did nicely there to bring it to ground. And a good tackle there from Mavropoulos, and is duly rewarded. Good tackle there for the Bloods, number 9. Wants to give it across to Houghton, does so now. Doesn't have a lot of time to move it, Houghton. Had to give the hand pass away to Blight. And then Stavro trying to crash through. Runs this one in towards the boundary line, towards the bench. And it's gone out of play. Springvale Road wing.
Probably not the option there for Nicky Nav to give that handball to Houghton because they were running into trouble. There was just too much congestion there. Should have tried to find an inside 45.
So umpire's going to toss it up rather than toss it in. Riley in there now. Now there's a whistle here, free kick, and it's... Which way is it going to go? It's going to go the way of the Bloods for a leg. So Riley must have been caught as he was trying to get rid of the hand pass. That's why he didn't try to kick it. Short now to Smith. He was very good in the opening term, Jake Smith. He goes long towards full forward. Big fly from Yates. It's falling here for Guna Ward. No snaps. And it hasn't quite, it was going across the face anyway, but no score. Gathered by Lane, who goes out to Seston, and there is a heap of space now for the Zaps to move. Woodhouse is further afield, but instead he goes inboard to McIsaac. Long way from home is Charlie, and he just goes long to Phipps Parsons, who's got out the back. It's knocked away from him well by Connell. Still alive. Oh, Wanganeen went in hard and heavy. All's fair according to the umpire. Wanganeen gets it back. He goes with a kick towards full forward. It's a bit of a floater. Lands in the pocket here. Delaney, he's got a man for company there, and eventually falls on top of his man. Quite figure out who fell to the ground there. It was Jack Kennedy. Instead, eventually the umpire just calls for the football, so he'll toss it up. Delaney grabs this one out of the ruck. Gives it to McIsaac, who bursts through. Oh, the left boot! What a ripper from McIsaac! He did it all, did Charlie. From the tightest of angles, he threaded it through.
Right in front of me.
Goal of the day contender for Beadale Body Corporate Management. It's a beauty from the pocket from Charlie McIsaac, and he turned to that and said, how about that? That'll get me skins part of the game, won't it, Hugo?
Well, it gets you maybe a look at it, but that was excellent execution. That was that tight an angle, Matty. I thought the ball was going to get stuck between the posts.
All in the air.
Nothing to do with it.
Didn't rely on any sort of bounce.
No.
Just kicked in the air.
Yep. It played on absolute instinct there.
Should someone have been on the line to knock that one through, though, for the Bloods?
Yeah, probably. They've got bulk players down there, but you don't expect Charlie McIsaac to be skirting around the pack like that, rove, and then snap on your left.
Oh, finish from Charlie McIsaac, and let the crowd know about it as well. It's a good one for the cameras. Back in the centre we go now. Getting the hand pass was Mavropoulos. High kick and wide out towards the half-forward flank. But Tom Dunn getting back, taking the intercept mark. Zabs moved to 5-6-36. Old Haileybury 3-3-21. And that has come off hands out of play. No lasso free kick. Gilliam, I think he wanted to let it go over the line, but couldn't help it in the end. It'll be tossed in front of the interchange gates. Umpire does bring it back in now. Spralia and Hardiman going at it. Punched forward by Hansen, who was being held. So that will be a free kick for the Zavs, number 8.
Yeah, they're starting to build a handy lead now, Zavs, and they're playing a lot of forward half footy. So every time Haileybury get an entry, Zavs have an answer.
Inboard to Dunn, who looks to go with a switch out to Lane. It's got over the back. He's got Russell to contend with. Lane still first to the football. Good tackle by Russell. Woodhouse gathers it, goes with a hand pass back straight to Harrop, who was caught by Dunn. got the hand pass away, was looking for the free kick for a hold, but the umpire said play on. Eventually it does go out of play.
Good play there by Haileybury just to hold that up then and not lose the ball. It's okay to have a 50-50, man. You just don't want to lose too many contests. So they're still alive here.
Spralia, Stavrou was there through Antonis' hands. And another stoppage. A 15-point lead for the Zabs. Game high at the moment. It's on the Salter Brothers scoreboard in this second term. 9.5 minutes gone in it. Chance here now for the Bloods. Seckel over the top to Russell. It's a little kick up towards half forward. It's a good one. Finds Harrop in space. And he's going to go for goal here, is Charlton Harrop.
Well, take everything he's got, I think, to kick that. So Haileybury need to get some decent-sized players down on the line in case it drops short. I can see Alex Spralia for Zabs down there now, so I'm pretty sure what his intention will be if he gets a chance.
He's outside the field of play now as he starts his run-up and makes his way back inside the field of play now. Does Harrop. Gives you an idea on the angle. Oh, he looks to play on as well. He gets around Guiney on the left boot. He straightens towards goal. And he kicked it out the full. Well, I didn't see the goal umpire move, and I thought, oh, let's get it right through. No, it's out. He didn't bother moving.
No,
it was that wide.
He didn't have to.
Oh, anti-climax.
This is where Haileybury has fallen down a little bit. They don't have that key forward marking option. Their mids are going really well. Their backs are defending like crazy. But, yeah, just struggling to find that option forward.
The kick out to Brosnahan now on the back flank.
And just these are starting to get used to the size of this ground, how wide it is. It's starting to use a little bit more of the space and maintain more possession.
There's a long kick down the line. It's come off hands. There'll be a free kick here and it will go the way of the Bloods. They can send this back inside attacking 50 here. Long off the boot of Kennedy. High inside 50. Hart, the only one who ever looked likely, and it's easy pickings for Tom Hart.
Shallow entry. It's no good, the shallow entry there, because that is the turnover zone, and exactly this happens.
Now Hanson with it at centre-half back. He's got Phipps Parsons in the centre of the ground. Chooses to play it safe and goes across instead to Whitehead. Up the line to Stavrou. Marks in between a pair of Bloods. And now he pulls the trigger with a hand pass inboard, and now it's up towards Phipps Parsons at half forward. Oh, he nearly completed the mark. Phipps Parsons went to ground, bounced back up, gives it to McIsaac, goes for goal, play on advantage, and he's missed, but it's coming back. Now, I would have thought that advantage would be paid there, but it doesn't look like that's the case.
I was watching the umpire. He never signalled advantage. Okay. He made no signal at all whatsoever, and he was adamant with his free kick there. So,
do you quite understand the rules of advantage? Because I think if the player elects to have a shot, that's your advantage, isn't it?
Well, I think if the play generally never stops, then, which it didn't.
No, he took that very quickly, McIsaac.
So I would have thought that was an advantage, but the umpire has adjudicated there.
And that's what the old Haileybury players were protesting there. But the umpire's call is no advantage, and it's going to be...
It's McIsaac's free kick. Right, so there must have been something off the ball.
Oh, I don't know about that.
No, nor do I, because he was on his own.
No, yeah, he received the hand pass from Phipps Parsons, who was impeded. So Charlie McIsaac, I don't know how he's ended up with the free kick here. He's going to go and have another look at goal number 3, and maybe a bit of justice there because he's hung it out to the left after all of that. So 5-7-37 to 3-3-21.
Yeah, worth going back to the tape on there.
We'll have a look at that, because I'm sure that if anything, it's Phipps Parsons' ball.
It had to be.
I don't know how it was McIsaac's free kick.
Nowhere near it.
When you're a full forward and you've got that instinct in you that McIsaac, you often have a habit of getting the footy when you probably shouldn't.
Yeah, I wonder why he's smiling so much. He couldn't believe it either. But that was a very disappointing miss there from Charlie McIsaac. Once again, pulled at it and was all to do with the ball drop.
Dara Seckel now went one way, then the other, then goes out to Kennedy. Marks juggled it, but Marks across to Russell. Who wanted to go for the hand pass down the line. Instead, changed his mind and went with a kick, and it was partially smothered. Now sweeping in here are the Zabs. Stavrou got it from Hanson. Kick into the centre of the ground. It's gone over the head there of Brosnahan, but he's done well. Gives it across to Guiney. Has a bounce. He's in with range here, Nick Guiney. Absolutely. He goes from outside 40 out to the right. Nick Guiney just offline that time. The Zabs peppering away at the goals, but they're not putting the Bloods away just yet. 5-8 plays 3-3. It's a 17-point lead on the Salter Brothers scoreboard as Seckel goes Inboard now to Gilliam in the back pocket. Oh, and he got short, and it's been cut out by Ollie Seston, and he looks to centre it up to Tex Wanganeen, who's marked it 25 metres out directly in front.
It's getting harder and harder for Haileybury to find those exits, and you just don't need those dangerous kicks like that. But you still want to see the players taking them on. That can come down to a bit of communication as well, Matty. Players are around and not talking as much, but that's how fast the game is. And it's starting to build that. This league could be a lot bigger too.
Tex Wanganeen kicked a couple in a couple of minutes in the opening term, and he steers that one through with minimal fuss. He's got 3. Zavs kicking away now, 6-8, 44 plays, 3-3-21. It's a 23-point advantage on the Salter Brothers scoreboard in this second term.
It has been building for Zavs. You can just see them working themselves into the game a lot more. They're starting to use the expanses of the ground because we have a very wide ground here. There's a lot of space out there, and they're starting to find every blade of grass, maintaining possession. They're reading the play really well and then capitalising on turnovers. So it's starting to build. It's looking a bit ominous here, Matty. They've really exerted some authority this quarter.
And just over 15 minutes gone here in this second quarter. Yates taking a turn to the ruck against Woodhouse. Roved here by Hanson across to Lane. Goes with a kick inside, attacking 50. McIsaac wanted to strut the rain at Seckle tackle. He couldn't. He got the hand pass away to Wanganeen. Gives it back to Tom Hart. He's a long way from home. Its kick was touched off the boot, so this mark won't count to Delaney. It's play on. Oh, it's a free kick rather, and it's going to go to Liam Wood. Yep, the call was touched, and it was very quick, but the umpire found a bit of a hold. Hands it across to Connell, kick down the line, knocked away that time. Go from Antonis towards the boundary line, and it's going to be a lasso free kick. Off hand, so it will be Jasper Russell free kick here for Old Haileybury. He stepped inside the line, so now the kick is play on. And another great smother from Julian Ganji, and it's out of play. So we'll get a boundary throw instead of a free kick, Hugo.
Yeah, Russell protesting there, but he stepped sideways. As soon as he stepped sideways, and the umpire was right behind him. And he had to retreat back, and a great smother. We'll see Zav starting to build there. The 1%ers, the defensive pressure, keeping the ball in their forward half.
Yates pushed Woodhouse out of the way. Now Riley, Smith used the numbers cleverly there. Harrop, short little kick with the outside of the boot. Mavropoulos goes to the long kick down the line around the body. Now is it off hands or lasso?
Bounced straight over the top
latter
of Blight there.
Now Dunn has got it, and they just want to conduct a bit of a switch now to the other Dunn. Connor to Tom.
Dunn again.
Dunn, he kept on running. The work rate on this ground is enormous. Stetson, he's going to give it back to Dunn. Down the line to Fisher, who gives it back to Dunn again. He gives it to Woodhouse. He might get it again here. Hart's got it. He's going to give it back to Dunn. Dunn's going to get his 5th disposal in this chain, and he's going to get a free kick. Wow. No, he's racking up the fantasy points this afternoon as the vice-captain.
That's impressive running, that is. That is gut running. Just to keep following up.
Because this is a wide ground as it is long, Hugo, which you mentioned in the pre-game. So Tom Dunn goes inside 50. Oh, it's got over the back for Delaney, who plays on and dribbles it. Oh! What a goal! Ed Delaney, he judged it all beautifully. And he's done in the right forward pocket what McIsaac did in the left forward pocket. Yep. He's just judged it beautifully and dribbled it home. And another goal of the day contender for Bedale Body Corporate Management. Leaders in body corporate services for 30 years. Ed Delaney with a beauty.
No, that was an excellent execution. But put that goal down to Dunn.
Yes.
He got the ball in the far back pocket, followed across, made an option to the other back pocket, followed up on the wing, kept following up again, got the free kick, got it forward. That is amazing work rate and effort there.
Had to do a double take initially. I just called his name. He's going to get it again. No, it's the same player.
So Zavs have evened up the numbers in their forward half now. Hart's come forward, so there's no spare for Haileybury anymore. So we've got a 7-man Zavs forward line and a 7-man Haileybury back line.
The Bloods did this in their earlier contest. They started with numbers behind the ball and kept with them early. And then the Zavs figured it out after a while and then really managed to get the game on their terms thereafter. So,
and which is fine to do. You can put extras behind the ball, but what you're doing is you're being deficient forward of the ball.
Yeah.
So that's the conundrum that you have. Makes it harder to score then.
Riley gathers it out of the centre. Long kick up towards full forward. Come off hands. Chance here, though, for the Bloods. And now Blight goes with a high flying shot at goal, and it is high and wide, and it's out of bounds, not on the full. So it'll be tossed back in. Yeah, so now the challenge is for Old Haileybury. Well, plan A has been scuppered. What do we do now?
Yeah, what they need to do now is keep the ball in the forward defensive half. So forward defensive pressure around this situation here is what's key. They can't let it be walked out by the Zabs.
Now, they did very well that in the opening term. Haven't quite been able to get it right in this second quarter. Lane with the tackle. Mavropoulos gets a hand pass back to Russell, who's just found an inch of space. He goes across the face of goal. Whitehead was there, still alive, and there's a chance.
Yep.
A high tackle, so a free kick here for Old Haileybury, close to goal. Just trying to pick up who's taking the kick here. Might be one of the Seckles, actually.
He's got orange boots.
He's going to go around the body here from close range. So one step, opens it up, snaps it through. It's Blight. And it's a good goal.
Very good.
An important one as well for the Bloods. And James Blight, who draws level now with Cody Goonawarden, a 17 for the season. 17 goals, 7 for James Blight so far this season. Just to keep themselves in touch. It's 23 points again on the Salter Brothers scoreboard. They're still not completely out of it as we tick into time on in this second term. They just need to keep the scoreboard ticking over.
No, that was excellent work because they had that stoppage in their forward line and they were able to defend that and then get that rush kick forward, and then you've got to take the most of your opportunities, and that wasn't an easy kick for Blight there.
Yep.
And when you get a free kick like that, you will hit the scoreboard, which he did.
17th for the campaign. Back in the middle, Fisher, Hansen, Stavrou. My goodness, all started from Spralia. Out towards half forward. Bouncing football. Seckle is there. Can he gather it cleanly? No. Delaney's there, and it's going to be out of bounds. To be tossed back in here at right half forward for the Zabs.
Yeah, Zabs just walked that out of that centre stoppage there, didn't they? That midfield getting to work.
Stavrou, Fisher, Hansen, and Spralia.
Yep.
It's a pretty good quartet.
Now they still have to mix it up a little bit because Spralia is definitely going to win every single tap. He's holding there.
And that will be a free kick to the big number 13. Now,
he's in kicking distance.
He is in kicking distance. We saw him.
Yep.
We saw him last week. He has just got the distance, but he has got the distance. 50.1 metres.
Yeah, 100%. Because that's only a 40-metre arc, mate.
Yeah. And he looks like he's going to have a shot. Alex Spralia from 45 metres out. He's given it everything. The breeze is going to bring it back. And he's got it. He's done it again, Spralia. Oh, he does. He's got a taste for it now, the big fella. He's first, and he's kicked goals in consecutive weeks now as the number 13, 8-8-56 to 4-3-27. We know his range, Hugo.
Yeah, outside the arc. Long bomb from outside.
It's a long bomb from outside the arc.
That's this is something that Zabs are very good at. They answer quickly. So Haileybury got that good goal. Yep. We were thinking if Haileybury can get the next one, and then straight away Zabs answer. So onto the back of a great clearance and then an opportune free kick and an excellent execution by the big fella.
They were good at that last week too, the Zabs. Every time St Kevin's would get a goal, Zabs would find one straight away. Stavrou got hands free, was looking for Fisher, but found Spralia instead, who gave it across to Guiney, who runs right through the heart of the College Oval, out towards Delaney, who ideally crashed into the fence. It's gone out of play. It'll be tossed in right in front of us, Hugo, just on the paint of the 40-metre arc here at left half forward for Old Xaverians, who lead by 29 points on the Salter Brothers scoreboard.
Front row seats we got here, Matty.
Beautiful. Never been out to this college before. Fine fettle this afternoon as the ball is tossed back in. Harrop, neither ruck actually got a hand to it. Smith wanted to go down the line, and instead he's going to go with a switch. He's a good man to have it in the hands of, though. There wouldn't be many who could pull off a kick like that to Stefanakis, but I think Smith is one of them. And Stefanakis goes with a dangerous kick, and it's been cut out by Wanganeen, who's got his fourth. Like a thief in the night, Tex Wanganeen just swooped in and scored. The kick from Stefanakis going back to Russell just hung in the air for just a fraction too long, and Wanganeen was alert to the danger.
Yes, that's retreating, Matty. So Zab's very, very good taking away the options. up the ground, and if Zeb Stekenath is going to take that kick, he can't do a nice little loopy one like that. It's got to be kicked with efficiency and energy, because exactly that happens. The poor old Daraseco looks like the scapegoat there, but well, it's a good finish by Tex. He's definitely got the hot hand today.
Yep. No goals for the season for him before today. He's got 4 before half time. Now Hardiman did well, got it across to Riley, and now Mavropoulos gives it back. Here's Houghton from 40. Oh, the kick needed to draw back to the left. It drew out to the right, and it's gone out of bounds on the full, and that's, I don't know what that building is. Maybe that's the staff room. It's gone out of bounds on the full. Oh, I would get lost here very quickly, Hugo. There's a lot of buildings here at Haileybury College. A lot of ovals, but it's no score. It's Ollie Houghton. To centre half back, Westcott gives it across. Fenley with a kick up the line, and they'll go forward again here. Direct route to goal, and then Woodhouse gives it across the hand pass now, and then a little clip in towards Ollie Seston, who marks and loops one over the top, and they've got another one, and it's Delaney again who puts through his second, and it's about the easiest goal he will kick all season. I don't know if it's too good or too easy, but it's good for the Zavs at the moment.
Yes, that was an excellent inside 45. They just open up those lanes, and then they had the answer up the ground purely through work rate, but slingshot goal from halfback. Yeah. That is what Zavs are famous for, and very impressive with how selfless the players were forward there. Everyone passing it around to make sure they got the best shot on goal possible, and Big Ed was the beneficiary of the Joe the Goose in the square, Matty.
Yes. Delaney, 24 for the season now. He's been a little wayward today. 2 goals, 2 for him now. Normally very accurate. Spralia. Harrop playing off the back of the square now. Hansen. Across to Fisher, back to Hansen. Had a bit of a fumble there. Now Harrop again trying to crash through. Did nicely. Stefanakis over the top now to Hardiman, who goes with a kick inside 50, but Will Goss was in the perfect position to cut it out, and he goes out to Campbell Lane now between wing and half back for the Zavs, up the line to Woodhouse. And they've really flexed their muscle in this second term of the Zavs after a really promising start from Old Haileybury. The visitors have laid down the law in this second term.
Yeah, their coach gave them a bit of a rev at quarter time, and they've responded.
Looking towards Hart. Now that's come off hands, and there's a free kick. It's going to go the way of Tom Hart. Not sure what for. 6 goals to 1 in favour of the Zavs this quarter.
So Hart's usually their key defender, but he's been the man chosen to go forward and even the numbers up. That's why he's in the forward half of the ground.
Short to Fisher, and he might be within range here, Fisher. He's walking back as if he thinks he is.
Well, he's very confident. He's very confident.
Already kicked one today as Sam Fisher in the opening term. We saw Spralia kick a goal from here a few minutes ago, so he knows how he's got to hit it.
Yes, if he can do it, I can too.
27 gone here in this second term, thanks to the Salter brothers. Sam Fisher on the left boot, sets a kick on its way, never gave it a chance. Started it right, and it just drew further out.
Left foot, hook foot.
Yep. 1-1 for Sam Fisher today.
Haileybury need to find an exit here.
Second to Connell in the back pocket. And now Russell receives it short on the back front. Connell's going to run alongside for the hand pass. Russell thinks better of it. And he wants to, he was thinking about the switch, Russell. Instead, he decides to go long kick down the line. Oh, Delaney flew in from the side, knocked away from him. He goes in and fights after it at ground level. Comes out now to Phipps Parsons, who's caught. And that's where the play ends.
So really struggling to find an exit. Haileybury, those Zavs have really lifted their work rate, taking away all those options.
Hand pass comes out. Stavrou trying to run onto it. He's got Houghton for company. He did a 360. Good little trap there from Smith. Intercepts the hand pass and snaps it down the line, but only as far as Sterling. Phipps Parsons goes across now. Oh, that was a shocking bounce for Nick Guiney. Oh, that was a leg break. Now it's fallen here for Mavropoulos up towards half forward. Bailey Yates has got it. Is he too far out to score? It's an unguarded goal square. He instead goes across looking there for Russell, knocked away from him by Phipps Parsons. Was good tracking back. And then a kick around the body finds Spralia. Now Stavrou gives it away. And Whitehead with a kick up the line towards half-forward Delaney. Palmed it to ground, rove by Harrop. He scoots away. Stevers, Gilliam now. Gives it across and gets it back now from Riley. Puts the kick out in front of Mavropoulos. Gathers it now. He's got Seckel for company. He touches the ball on the ground. And now he goes to Dara Seckel. Straightens on the right boot up towards half-forward. He's looking for Blight. He's kept it in. He's done well there, Blight. Wheels around, goes with a kick to full forward. Yates flew, palmed it to ground. It's alive here for the Bloods. Comes out now to Harrop. Unselfishly over the top to Bailey Yates, who goals. Well done, Bloods. Yates with his second.
Excellent play there. The forward defensive pressure, Matty, that was what you like to see. So that entry was concerning. It looked like the Zabs were going to get back, which they have done plenty of times today. But just that extra work rate and use the advantage of the extra number beautifully there and finished. So really important now. If they can jag another one just before half-time, Matty.
Yeah, just keep themselves in it.
Yeah, just get that margin down.
We've got to add that one to the bloopers. Highlights for the year. Nick Guyon here. He tried to come forward and he waited for it to bounce and he was on his knees. And
But you've got to make the most of your opportunities there, and Haileybury are really good.
Well played, Bloods, and Bailey Yates, who now doubles his tally today. Back in the middle, Phipps Parsons works this one out of the centre. He might go all the way, Sterling Phipps Parsons. It slews off the side of the boot towards full forward. Oh, the hand pass from Seckel's gone straight to Delaney, who looped it over the top. Connell now gathers it. He's got Brosnahan for company, gets the hand pass away. It's only temporary respite. Wanganeen gathers it, gives it across to Seston. He goes with the outside of the boot from 35, and that was probably a bit too much there from Ollie Seston. A minor score.
Delaney probably should have had a little snap there.
Yeah.
And I think Campbell Lane was unlucky not to get a high free kick over there. I think he's had his head ripped off.
So Dara Seckel with the kick in there. I called Brady Durris a few moments ago.
You did that. I didn't want to pick you up on that. But
I'm my own harshest critic. Come on, hands. It's a good mark taken on the back flank by Harrop, who's just starting to get involved. Set up the last goal. Kick down the line. Good work there by Dunn. Knocked it away. Now falls to Tom Dunn. Looking for Brosnahan here between wing and half forward. It's well judged. Delaney is looking to make a lead. Goes a bit shorter towards half forward. Woodhouse was the target. Falls now to Dara Seckel, who goes with a kick out of the defence, which works. And now they want to go with a kick inboard. It's not a very good one. Tom Dunn was there. Phipps Parsons receives it now, gives it across to Stavrou, and he wants to drive a kick high up the line, but can't do it before the siren sounds to bring an end to the first half. And what a good half it's been for the Zabs. They lead by 27 points at the half, 10-10-70 to 5-3-33. That quarter brought to you by the Salter Brothers. And our special comments thanks to Hit IQ and its game-changing protected concussion management system. Hugo Higginbotham, your thoughts on that half?
Yeah, well, you saw the Zabs flex their muscle then. I think they figured the ground out a little bit because they're using the expanse of it. They're retaining possession. They're working hard. You just saw that run from Dunn from the back half of the ground to get that shot into the forward line there. So that's the work rate that they have. And they're intercepting really well. They're playing a very, very good defensive game when required to. So we're just seeing them, and Haileybury really need to get back into it. They need to maintain a little bit more possession. Didn't have much forward half footy then. So there's mids need to get to work like they were in the first quarter.
Goal scorers to this point for the Zabs. Tex Wanganeen with 4 has been the leader goal scorer for the half. 2 each to Charlie McIsaac and Ed Delaney. Singles to Sam Fisher and Alex Spralia. And for the Bloods, 2 to Bailey Yates. Singles to James Blight, Cody Goodwardner and Lockie Riley. And it is a 37-point lead. My apologies. Thank you for that there, Hugo.
That's all right.
I've stumbled a couple of times in the first half.
I saw Petchy texted you the margin, so that's where you fell short.
Sorry, I should learn to have him on silent during the game. 37-point lead to the Zabs at half-time. This is VAFA William Buck Premier Men's Round 17 footy on SEN's match of the day here at Haileybury College, and it is the Zabs who lead at half-time. Stick around, the half-time show coming up right after this.
Listen to the award-winning VAFA William Buck Premier Men's SEN Match of the Day this Saturday afternoon on the SEN app and SEN's no-delay streaming product, SEN Stadium. That's VAFA Footy, live with no delay, Saturday from 1:45 p.m. Listen via the app.
Are you thinking about pulling on the boots and having a kick in 2026? If so, we'd love to have you in the VAFA. Australia's largest senior footy competition has teams suited to all ages and experience, from under-19s to seniors. Log on to VAFA.com.au, check out our club directory and find a club near you.
Hey guys, Stephen here, introducing our new GYG approved crispy chicken tenders. 100% clean, free-range chicken breast tenders, coated in our perfectly seasoned and crispy crumb. Truly next level. Get yours now at Guzman y Gomez. Love ya.
The VAFA Rising Star Award recognises the competition's most talented young players. Each week, the VAFA Rising Star Committee receives nominations for one male and one female player aged 20 years or under who played no more than 7 senior games before this season. Our overall season winners will be declared the VAFA Rising Stars for 2026. So if your club has a young gun making their mark, nominate them now at media@vafa.com.au.
Stay up to date with all the latest from the Victorian Amateur Football Association with the brand new VAFA app. Stay connected with live scores, fixtures, stats and news from across the Victorian Amateur Football Association right at your fingertips. Download the VAFA app today from the App Store or Google Play and never miss a moment.
Keep up to date with everything that's happening around the VAFA by subscribing to our socials. We're on Instagram, TikTok, X, Facebook and LinkedIn. Has someone just taken a screamer or kicked goal of the year? Send us your best and we might share them around the league. Join in the fun with all the best pics, videos, stories and reels from around the competition. They're all on VAFA socials. Search VAFA and VAFA Women's on your favourite platforms.
Hey guys, Stephen here, introducing our new GYG approved crispy chicken tender taco. 100% clean, free-range chicken breast tender, fresh shredded iceberg lettuce, jack cheese, and a drizzle of GYG's Chipotle mayo. Get yours now at Guzman y Gomez. Love ya.
Listen to the award-winning VAFA William Buck Premier Men's SEN Match of the Day this Saturday afternoon on the SEN app and SEN's no-delay streaming product, SEN Stadium. That's VAFA Footy, live with no delay, Saturday from 1:45 p.m. Listen via the app.
Half-time here at Haileybury College. This is VAFA William Buck Premier Men's Round 17 footy on SEN's Match of the Day. And it's the Old Xaverians who are still gunning for the minor premiership. They lead by 37 points over Old Haileybury at half-time. 10-10, 70-5, 3-33. The Bloods themselves looking to avoid relegation. If results go against them this afternoon, that could be confirmed by full-time here. This is the halftime show. Thanks to Wagstaff, Australian-owned and operated family business that has supplied quality meats both here and abroad since 1908. Wagstaff.com.au. We will find out about the results around the ground now because Hugo Higginbotham is with myself, Matthew Donald. We'll do that thanks to Buxton Hampton East. Hugo, what have we got?
Thanks, Matty. So Old Scotch 10-5-65 are leading Uni Blacks 9-8-62. So close one there. And Melbourne Uni Oval, Uni Blues 6-8-44 leading Caulfield Grammarians 5-5-35. Now at the Snake Pit, Matty.
Oh, come on. Can't say dogs.
7-6-48. Old Brighton 6-4-40.
Oh, I tipped the Snow Dogs.
You did too.
Come on, St Bernard's.
Old Trinity 6-2-38. They're trailing St Kevin's 7-7-49. So some nice tight ones around the competition, Matty. But that one over at the Snake, what's going on there?
I tell you what, wouldn't that shake things up?
I didn't know what you were going to say then.
No, well, I didn't know what I was going to say either. I changed my cliche halfway through. That's why I told you in the pre-game. I'm not tipping to win anymore. That's done. I'm tipping for the story now. The story is the Snow Dogs taking it all the way to the final day of the season. Let's change tack. Let's switch focus and talk about Old Zavs because we've got a very special guest with us. Hugo, we've got one of the stars of the Old Zavs lineup, currently injured. Hope to have him back very, very shortly. Number 23, Tommy McRae. Tommy, thanks for joining us.
No worries. Good to be here.
First and foremost, let's get the real important questions out of the way. How's the hammy?
It's going well. It's recovering better than expected, which is good. So, unfortunately, got some news. It was grade 3 on Monday, but already back running, done 3 sessions already, so it's feeling good. So hopefully a quick recovery.
Have you got a time frame on it? Is the plan to be back next week, or is it about this final against the Uni Blues?
Praying for 4 weeks. So if physio's can't give you a time one, it'll be day by day. I'll see how much you can get through each session, and we'll just build off that. So hoping to make a push before finals.
How was it in the moment? Because we were here last week, and Cooper Watkins, as our boundary rider, said you were doing a lot of jogs up and down the ground. It was looking like you were really trying to get back out there and play. It happened very early in the match. So talk us through sort of how it all played out from your recollection.
Yeah, so it was pretty early in the match. It was probably had a couple of early touches, felt pretty good, and then probably my first sprint, and it accelerated and just grabbed, and I was like, oh, that's not good. So jogged off, got it tested, had my strength, and I was like, it felt all right, I could feel it. But he goes, oh mate, potentially you can go back on. And then did a couple of run-throughs, felt all right, I could feel a bit of awareness, but didn't feel like it was what it said to be. So, and then ultimately did a couple more, got a rub, and then tried hard just before I went back on. It just pulled again, so I was like, oh, better ice it up and get it scanned and see what the result is.
What kind of a football watcher are you when your team's out there and you can't contribute? Do you find it tough, or are you pretty easy going with it?
Nah, pretty easy going today. We've got a nice lead. I'm just doing some stats with Jack O'Sullivan, who's also injured, so we're staying on it. But nah, pretty comfortable watch today, I think. So not too bad. Bit frustrating, but yeah, good to watch the boys.
Now, do you have a history of hammies at all? Or is
no, it's first soft tissue injury. So
right.
Prior to the game, I probably thought I was a bit invincible to soft tissues, and found out on Saturday I'm not. So probably put a bit more work into it for this year and next year.
Well, with some of the recoveries around the club, Stavrou and Ralph, you playing in the twos today, you've got a very good club with recovery, so you're in good hands. So how is it around the club at the moment? Because obviously, speaking with Nutsy as we do, he's sort of not focused on the finals yet, but he's aware that pretty much, and on the performance now, you've locked up a double chance. So he'll be playing Blues. Is there a lot of talk about that, or is it, you go cliche 1 week at a time?
Yeah, 1 week at a time. But I think now, given that we've locked top two, there's probably a bit more chat about what's to come and preparing for those top four sides. So there's probably a bit more strategy in place and kind of work around what we can do to stay on top of those three teams. So yeah, now it's starting to feel a bit more like finals fever. Boys are up and about every Tuesday and Thursday. Weather's getting a bit warmer, so it's a bit more enjoyable to be out there.
Now, I know we're a positive society now. We only talk about the glass half full and everything like that. But I've got to ask, has there been any talk, or is there any thought about last year's final series, how disappointing that was for the club in going out basically in straight sets?
I think at the start of the year we did a really good job. We actually did a bit of a review on those finals games and kind of saw where it went wrong and where we can improve. We did, yeah. Straight away we addressed it. So in pre-season camp we actually went through it and said what we could do better and kind of put it behind us now, and we've learnt from those mistakes. So
did you all sit around in a circle and point each other out and say, your fault, you?
Yeah, a little bit.
That works well.
No, we took it as a team, and it was really good to go through. And I think the boys, obviously, it still stings, but makes us a bit hungrier and ready for this year. So
and you're experienced now as well.
100%.
So you know the build up and the lead up to finals, and it's an interesting one, the VAFA, because we're later than a lot of other competitions. We go right up into AFL Grand Final. We have the week off in between, so there is a lot of time still between now.
And a lot of thinking music.
Yes,
it's a long season, that's for sure. So no, definitely, I think the preparation starts now, really. So we've still got one more game to go against Scotch. We'll take that week by week as well, and then that bye week will be good just to reset a little bit, get the bodies right, and get ready for that first final.
I imagine there's a temptation to put the handbrake on a little bit with finals just around the corner. It would only be natural. But what's the focus internally in the next couple of weeks ahead of that final? Because you know you're in, you know you're playing, so you've got sort of all this time to prepare for it. But in the middle of it, you've still got games to play.
Exactly
so what's the focus for you guys?
At the minute, it's we had a good review on Tuesday, and it was more just what we did well last weekend and where we can improve. So there's still plenty of improvements to be made. So we're just trying to get better week by week. And anything that's kind of standing out a little bit that we can definitely put more focus into is what we're doing. So, it's week by week still, but just, keep improving every day and kind of focusing on the areas that we're not doing as well as some others. So, that's probably how it's going.
And it must help you guys when you see the reserves win by 120 points as they did today. It keeps competition for spots pretty high.
100%. It's going to be a tough job for Nutsy in the next few weeks, I think. That's why we're such a strong club is I think our depth. Like you could pick the top 30. I think we've still put up a really good fight. So, it's going to be tough, and all the boys putting up their hand. So it'll be, luckily it's not my job to do it. It'll be Nutsy's. But, it is definitely competitive for spots at the minute.
Now, just one thing too. Obviously, been around the club for a while. Who's the most annoying in the change rooms?
Most annoying in the change rooms. Whoa.
I always love to know that.
Could pick a handful. Ollie Seston can be a bit of a pest.
He comes across that way.
Yeah. Sammy Hansen, when he's up, he's pretty annoying. Hayden Woodhouse.
Okay.
Yeah, he'd be the one.
Alrighty, there we go.
He can get a bit excited sometimes, and yeah, he can be extreme pest. So, but there's definitely a few of them, so for sure.
Oh, that's good. And the comedian. There's always got to be a comedian.
Comedian.
There. Yeah.
Whoa.
The real prankster.
Good question. Brosnahan's he's got some wit about him, Brosnahan. So he's always throwing in a comment here or there. So he's very funny, man.
And White Line Fever. I've got this man penciled in for it. Tom Hart.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
I picked that one.
Yeah, Tom Hart, and if you've seen the size of Jack Whitehead, I wouldn't get on his bad side either. So he's actually tamed out over the last couple of years, but if you get him on a bad day, he's definitely one you don't want to come across.
Alrighty, so steer clear of them in
that 100%. Those two full backs, you got to watch them. Big boys.
You've obviously wish you the best with your recovery between now and the rest of the season. Hope to see you back out there and challenging deep into September. But Tommy McRae, thanks for your time.
Thank you very much for having me. Appreciate it.
Tommy McRae of Old Xaverians, the number 23, sidelined at the moment, but hopefully he's not too far away, and hopefully he does come back and play a big role in the Zavs challenge for this year's premiership. Halftime show thanks to Wagstaff, Australian-owned and operated family business that has supplied quality meats both here and abroad since 1908. Wagstaff.com.au. Hugo, the players have just made their way back out onto the ground in the second half. For Haileybury, great opening term.
Yep.
They put the pressure on. They locked the ball inside their forward half, forced turnover, got out of hand in that second term. How do they get it back? How do they get it back under control?
They need to get some forward half footy, Matty. So that starts in the middle. I think Zavs probably won the quarter in clearances there. So they need to get back to that format they had in the first quarter. It's always going to be hard in the forward line for Haileybury because they're playing one man down there with playing the extra behind the ball and a little bit of scoreboard pressure. But it's, look, you can see why Zavs are one of the competition leaders. They are excellent in every facet of the game, and they had a disappointing quarter, and geez, they answered that one well, that quarter. So it's going to be a tough ask for Haileybury, but first couple of goals here could make it interesting.
They could if they get on their skates. We know what they're capable of when they have got the game sorted. We see James Connell just making his way out on the ground now, been held up in the rooms for some reason. I want to go around the grounds for Bucks and Hampton East for Prem B as well.
Okay.
I just want to have a look at the scores. See, I don't know who I tipped. I've completely given up on that. Old Camberwell leading Old Geelong by 16 points at the moment, 8-4-62 to 5-6-36. Old Ivanhoe, at the start of the second half, lead Williamstown CYMS by 3 points. Both teams going down. They'll be the two teams going to Prem C next season, 6-7-43 to 6-4-40. Bo Morris against Old Carey. Old Carey, the Panthers up by 10 points. Oh, dear. 6-4-40 to 3-12-30. Oh, no. Josh Burke is going to be tearing his hair out of that scoreline. Collegians against Old Melburnians. Want to have a guess who's winning?
Oh, Collegians.
Collegians winning, yes. They are comfortably ahead at this stage. They lead 10-7-67 to 2-3-15. In that one. And then Ajax against De La Salle, 6-3-39 to 6-5. Or in fact, De La just reclaimed the lead early into the third, 6-5-41 to 6-3-39.
So that's probably the key game this weekend, isn't it, Matty?
Yes, just looking at it. So if De La do win that one, they'll be the second team whose finals safety will be locked away.
Yeah, and they need to win to maintain the double chance as well, don't they?
Yes, as well. That's the other thing. Although there'll be a game and significant percentage clear of Old Melburnians with a game to go. So it will. I mean, if that holds true, it will likely be Collegians and De La playing in that second semi-final, and then there's who knows.
No, I've got a fair idea what will happen there.
Well, no, I mean, who knows thereafter?
Oh, yes.
In terms of who rounds out the top four.
They're just ridiculous, Collegians, aren't they?
Yeah, they are very, very good. And they've only got stronger. See some of the ins that they've had this week.
I think they've got a better side this year than they had last year.
Yeah, I think that's about right.
So
and they were very unlucky to go down last year.
Yeah, that was their own fault, though.
Yep.
Don't want to reverse over that and bring up old memories, but, 6.5 games.
Yeah. 5 losses by under a kick or something like that.
And we're just making sure the gate is shut downstairs here. So
it's not. There's a gate that's open. Someone's got to shut that, and someone's going to shut it right now.
Excellent. We're on gate watch here.
Good.
Every week.
There we are. You can hear it. You can hear it.
Too.
Bang. So we're ready to go here for the start of the second half at Haileybury College. Old Xaverians lead by 37 points. They're looking for the minor premiership. Old Haileybury just looking to survive here as we restart proceedings in this second half. Stavrou might have been held without it. Hansen fell on top of the football, was tackled off it by Houghton. And the umpire calls for it and we'll restart with a throw up right in the centre circle. Third turn brought to you by Hilton Manufacturing. Restart now, that time Spralia. Smith trying to hack it off the deck, only as far as Phipps Parsons. Gathers it, boots it up towards half forward. Wanganeen kicked 4 goals in the first half. He has it now and goes into the pocket, and he finds Charlie McIsaac. Well, I say pocket, it's really the half forward flank, but it doesn't really matter for Charlie McIsaac. Anytime he's got it inside 50, he's going to go for goal.
And he's got every right to, being the number 1 forward for this outstanding team. And we're getting a really good aspect here, Matty, of how wide these pockets are, how deep they are. So that's the one big difference between these bigger grounds.
So he's kicked 2 goals, 3 is Charlie McIsaac. He sets this kick on its way. It's gone right across the face. It won't score, and that is a good mark. Taken deep in defence there for the Bloods. Kick out towards Russell, knocked away from him. He's got to beat Lane. He did pretty well in the end. Tapped it intelligently to Riley, who clips it over the top, and they're away here now. Harrop, the target at half-forward, marks, this time in front of Whitehead. He wants to move it quickly, but it's a bit stagnant now. And this allows the Zavs to get numbers back. Short to Gunnar Wardener. Still a good 2 kicks from home, though. Spralia is sitting deep in defence on his own for the Zavs. Gunnar Wardener goes into the pocket. Fenley was in good position. Harrop did well to knock it away from him, though. He's kept it alive. He screws it around the body. It's a dangerous position. No mark taken. Houghton flew. And that's where it ends. The umpire calls for a restart in play. Spralia tapped it down. Houghton crashing through, gives it across only as far as down to Stavrou. Just got it away in the nick of time, out towards Phipps Parsons, or Seston rather. It was a good strong mark. He wants to move it quickly, kicks it over the top. They've got plenty of space here. Mark taken by Woodhouse. Now back to Wanganeen. Goes in towards McIsaac. It's gone miles over his head. But yeah, Rainer Seckel flew over the top of him and got him.
He's pleading. Did I get that away? He's shocked. You can't believe it.
And unsurprisingly, McIsaac doesn't want anyone else taking this free kick.
No, he should have learned from that last one, McIsaac, because he really laid back on it. He didn't kick through it. He has to really kick through it. We know it. We know what the formula is for Charlie.
He's a couple of metres closer in from the line this time, but a similar distance on that right half-forward flank, Charlie McIsaac. Let's see what he does here. He skips into this one. He's done exactly the same thing. It's landed in the exact same spot across the face of goal. This time it's come off hands out of play. Boundary throw it. Identical.
Yeah, it was. It was rinse and repeat. Anyway, but it's in a dangerous spot now for Haileybury. They need to defend very, very heavily here. And you watch for the Zavs to be on the move.
Woodhouse had front spot against Hardeman. Hansen tried to hack it off the deck. Westcott gives it out to Woodhouse, who was caught. And the umpire has called for it as a result. In fact, he's going to paint a hole in the ball. Free kick to Hardeman. Yes.
That was ruthless. Anyway, they will clear the ball. That's a win for Haileybury. They need to find the exit kick now.
Yeah. It's in the hands of the makeshift ruckman into Hardeman. Down the line, straight to Charlie Knott though, so he can send it back inside 50, and he looks to do so very quickly indeed, up towards half forward, and Seston marks. It's called to go now by the umpire, so he gives it across now to Guiney at centre half forward, in space, winds it up, and he's kicked that well wide. Not sure if he was looking for a pass or going for goal, but he went for goal like a defender there, Nick Guiney. That's gone out on the floor.
I think he tried to kick it on the outside of the shoe to hook it back, but that player coming in late just threw him off it a little bit. But Haileybury, once again, they just need to find that shorter one. They don't want the long bomb down the line.
Feels like that's what they're going to do here. Seckel has gone with a long kick down the line. Yates, 2 hands in the back, free kick.
Haileybury need to get moving. Oh, no, that was a Zavs free kick.
Oh, it was, yep. So up towards half forward. Oh, that is a good mark. Well judged by Jack Kennedy. There's a mark of the day contender thanks to Gorman Commercial. Across to Russell. He was tackled as he kicked it, but it's still going to work out here for the Bloods. Up towards half forward. Harrop's got to beat 2. Whitehead was always well positioned to mark that, and he gives it across to Dunn, and the run starts again. The switch out towards Ganji on the back flank. Kick up the line. Seston's got to gather it on the bounce. Shrug the tackle with ease. Oh, then he slipped over. He lost the football. He's caught by Riley. That should be holding the ball, and it is.
Just tried to do a little bit too much there, Seston.
Yeah, he did well initially, Seston, and then slipped trying to change direction. Riley's ball. Good switch too, and now they're away. Hardiman marks, gives the hand pass across to Russell, who goes with a clip inside 50, and he gives it straight to Tom Dunn. He hands it over to Goss. That's an 8-metre kick. The umpire wave play on. Hands it inboard now to Stavru. Oh, that's a proper worm burner. Should work out okay because Hanson's got time and space. Back to Lane on the back flank. And then a kick down the line to the big fella in Sprayer who marks. And he just goes with another little short kick up the line. This time it's Charlie Knott who's taken the mark. Wants to draw the man and does so. Feeds it to Campbell Lane. Now it's Knott who kept on running. Gets the hand pass now in towards the pocket. Seston was the target, knocked away from him. He fights well for it at ground level, though, to Seston. It comes out now to Houghton, though. Goes back to Sievers, full back with the outside of the right boot. He's looking for Yates. It should be a downfield free kick, but Yates was in enough space to take the mark anyway. He goes with the kicking board to Smith, who was very good in the opening term. Has been a little quiet since. He finds Brady Seckel this time, though, on the wing in front of the interchange gates.
Just needs to find this next option up the ground.
6.5 minutes, no score in this quarter so far. Good mark by Yates. Flew in from the side with courage and got one around the ears for his trouble. He moves it quickly. They've got the numbers here at full forward. It gets over the back. Russell only went with it with a one hand. Whitehead goes with a hand pass back to Lane, and it's knocked over the line for a rush behind. Oh, no, it hasn't. It's still in play. My apologies. I thought they went over the line. And then it's Dunn who's got it now, who goes with a kick up the line. Dunn, his hand pass was charged down, Knott gave it to him, and it's gone out of play. Did they go through for a point? They just played on quickly?
The umpire waved the flags. He's writing in the scorecard. So, yeah, it was.
Yeah, and it's up on the scoreboard, yep.
So I think Lane went to play on from full back. And
just
then
did it very quickly.
And stopped. And it was really cool, didn't it? That was...
I was just jotting it down the scorebook. I thought, no, they're still going. 5-4-34 plays 10-10-70. That is our first score of the third term, thanks to Hilton Manufacturing. Houghton. Brady Seckel weaves his way through traffic nicely. He goes back with a hand pass to Smith on the left boot. Spears it in towards full forward. Now, that might be a downfield free kick. Dunn took the mark, but he was cleaned up afterwards, was Jake Smith. And Cody Gunawardner will have a look at goal here directly in front. He'll be kicking from about 30 metres out.
Well, this is a good start by Haileybury. They haven't allowed the Zavs to have it their own way. Limited the scoring and a chance for a shot on goal here. It's been a frantic minute or two. A few downfield free kicks. So really important that he converts this one.
So he's already got one today, Cody Gunawardner. Directly in front. The beauty in the opening term. Can he kick this one? He does. He does. And Old Haileybury get the first of the second half, which is just what they needed. They've done all the scoring, actually, in this third term. 6-4-40 to 10-10-70, thanks to Hilton Manufacturing. It's been a good, steady start to the second half for the Bloods.
It has. Now, I'd really like to see Haileybury get a clearance, get some forward half footy here, because this is where Xavier really come into their own. It's the answering a goal. They've done it plenty of times we've seen them over the last couple of weeks, and even today, so they've had a goal kicked against them, and they'll answer straight away. So this is where Haileybury have to get to work in the middle, make sure they don't lose his clearance.
Both rucks got a hand to it that time. Houghton caught by Fisher. He might have just got a kick away, but the umpire had blown for the football before that. Australia front spot. Looking for Fisher. It's come out now to Brady Seckel. Over the top to Russell. With the left foot, he goes in towards half forward to Yates, just over his head. Whitehead caught by Harrop. And now here's Will Hardiman kicking to full forward. Seckel, oh, he dropped the mark. It's still alive. Lane's hand pass, no good. Seckel again. Now it's clever by Sievers. Can Gunawardner score again? He does! Warner with a quick-fire brace. It's his third of the match. And the Bloods have kicked back-to-back goals here. And maybe, just maybe, they're not done with yet. 24 points the margin on the Hilton Manufacturing scoreboard. 7-4-46 to 10-10-70, Hugo.
That was exactly what we asked for, Matty. They didn't lose the clearance in the repeat stoppage, and they won that, got the ball forward, just took their opportunities there, and an excellent piece of execution by Cody Guna-Wardner. So let's just see when the Zabs do try and answer, because Haileybury have the momentum now. They need to maintain this momentum, and if they get a couple more on the board, this could be interesting, Matty.
And he's ahead of the curve now. 19-18 for the season for Cody Guna-Wardner.
Yes.
He's back out in front. Back in the middle now. Sievers with the clearance. Up towards Blight here at half forward. He's got Goss for company. He gathers it well, Blight. He wants to go with the kick in towards centre half forward. Dunn was impeded. Front on contact against Brady Seckle. Free kick there. Yeah. The vice captain at half back. And he's gone with a wide kick out towards the wing. Zab's under a bit of pressure here. Blight fought hard for it. Lane falls on top of him. And the umpire says, give it to me, between wing and half forward. Late winter afternoon sunshine here at Haileybury College.
We're not in it.
We're not in it, no, we're in the shade.
It's all right.
We're in winter afternoon shade. Spralia's kick was smothered. Hansen looks to hand past the lane, who's just punched it forward. Now, how will the umpire adjudicate this? It's off hands, but
there's something going on between them.
Is it going to be deemed insufficient intent?
I think it is. Yep.
Yeah, so it's going to be an Old Haileybury. Now, what's going on? No,
they paid the mark there.
Okay, there's a lot of whistles involved there. And then Seckle with the kick up the line. Harrop knocked away that time emphatically. Don't you dare hit my car. No, we're okay. Oh, I tell you what, I was very attentive there. Will Goss, he needed to be a very careful boy.
Might have made $500 worth of improvements to your car, Matty.
Probably would have.
Have been a bit untidy the last 5 minutes, Zabs. Very un-Zabs-like, but Haileybury have really lifted their intensity and not letting the Zabs have it their own way.
Toss back in here, Spralia. Oh, he sort of a look-away punch there. Seckle caught there by Hansen. Westcott's in there. And he gets the hand pass away, does Westcott. Out towards Spralia. Hansen, done at half-back. Had to wait for it. Gets it now, gives it back. Fenley with a kick across the 50 arc, or the 40 arc works. Brosnahan. Now Connor Dunn has it. Wants to go one way, then the other. Then comes back to Brosnahan. He's kicked down the line to a one-on-one contest. Goes over the head of Delaney. Who can gather it first? Trying to run onto it now is Liam Wood. And the Bloods have done well to pick this one up. High kick looking for Russell. He's got a fly. Nick Guiney was always in front position to mark that one. He wastes no time. Guiney kick up towards half forward. Gets over the back. Phipps. Parsons runs to 40. Checks his kick into the pocket. Beautiful pass, and they're just happy to share it around a little bit extra now. Seston takes the mark, and he'll be, well, virtually directly in front here. Not much of an angle to speak of, Ollie Seston.
Nick Guiney's one of the best inside 45 kicks I've seen in the competition. He's done this 5 or 6 times today from this central wing position. Found a inside 45 to half forward. That was a beautiful piece of execution there to Phipps Parsons to his advantage side. Didn't have to hit him on the chest. Had he moving towards goal, which set this up.
Hasn't kicked one today, Ollie Seston. He's got a chance to change that, and he still hasn't kicked one today. 9 goals, 11 this season for Ollie Seston. So he can be a little hit and miss in front of the big sticks. He was very good early last week.
That'd be very, very frustrating for Dan Donati there. They needed a settler, and that was a perfect opportunity.
Gilliam to Rainer Seckle, now to Durris Seckle. Oh, that mark was paid, dropped. I feel like it was paid.
There's whistles going everywhere out there.
Now the umpires are going to have a conference here. No, we're going to ball it up now because the umpire paid the mark even though the player had dropped it. It was Nicholas Mavropoulos who put it down. Woodhouse gets the hand pass back for Lane. Now Connor Dunn around the body. Smith with a contest, brought it to ground, not got hands free, caught though by Sievers, falling here for Guiney. Oh, more whistles. now it's, is that a last disposal free kick? Yes, it is. It's going to go to Jake Smith. Oh my goodness me. We're at the worst possible position on the ground to try and figure out what's going on here.
Been a lot of whistles.
So now it's Smith's ball for the Bloods. Long kick down the line. Harrop flew. he didn't get any hands on it in the end. Phipps Parsons cut out the hand pass. Woodhouse has got it now. And then not with a hand pass to Dunn, who's caught by Harrop. Well, now we don't have a whistle. Fisher at centre half forward goes across to Ganji, who marks just outside attacking 40. I don't know if he thinks he might be a bit too far out to score, Ganji. He does. He's going to go with a pass. How good's that to Seston in the pocket? The seas parted for Ollie Seston. He just took an easy mark all on his own.
Yeah, that was a set play there. So they had bulk numbers in that area. They all vacated the area on a dummy lead. And Seston just trotted on in.
And he opens up the angle and it's touched off the man on the mark. It's just not been Ollie Seston's day this afternoon. 3 behinds for him.
Well, that one should have been a goal.
It should have been. He put it through. He just didn't give himself enough space between he and the man on the mark. Sievers marks the kick in strongly. Tell you what, the Bloods can go end to end here and get a goal. Change things. Harrop. Slowed up a bit here now, though. Short to Mavropoulos. Back to Harrop. And pass to Gilliam. Neat fake. Now Connell. He's going to bring it back out to the far wing. And he's done well here, and there's a bit of space now. What can they manufacture here, the Bloods? Deep entry looking for Gunawardena. Brought it to ground. Will Hardiman was there. He got in the way of his teammate. And it's come out now. Chance here for Brosnahan to clear. And Seston's all on his own. And he marks here at half back for the Zavs. 16 gone in this third term thanks to Hilton Manufacturing. The Bloods have kicked the only 2 goals of the quarter. Short to Ganji, who marks in front of Connell. Plays on. Kicks looking for Woodhouse, who marks strongly. And goes with the kicking board. He's got a couple of options there. He finds Seston, who kept running. Seston's got Will Goss running alongside. Instead goes with a kick. He might have been pushed as he kicked it, though, but it's landed here for Lane, who goes cleverly around the body. Guiney was dispossessed. Umpire pays holding the ball and pays advantage here for the Bloods. They might have a bit of space here. Brady Seckle marks on the wing. Wants to move it quickly. Doesn't have a lot of options to go to. He's got Blight in a one-on-one. It was knocked away from him. Will he be paid the mark? He will. He's a bit too far out to score here. It was James Blight. Zavs get numbers back. Blight runs off his line, goes long towards the top of the goal square, and it's a good mark in the end, taken by Jack Whitehead. Juggled it, but juggled it well.
Very strong there by Whitehead. Guarded the space.
Short to Goss, now in the back pocket. The Bloods have just got to lock this one in. Let the Zavs exit easily here. Guiney marks in the heart of the defence. Goss looking for the hand pass once more. Instead he goes out towards the half-back flank where he finds Jed Fenley. Another kick down the line to Brosnahan. They're just happy to play a bit of patient possession football here, try and take the sting out of this. Brosnahan's kick down the line is ill-directed, and it's a well-judged mark in the end by Seckle, Dara Seckle that time. Behind against Westacott, and he goes long looking for Harrop. Oh, went through, clean through everybody there. Went through Guiney, went through Harrop. It's gone out of bounds. Beat everyone.
No, they've really lifted.
Snicko would have had a flat line here.
Yeah. No, they've really lifted Haileybury. Their pressure and intensity around the ball is excellent. Zavs on the back foot slightly here.
Yeah, snazzy sunglass wearing umpire is still there. He's going to toss it back into play. He's looking good. But the sunshine's gone, though. Then trying to burst through there was Stefanakis. Out to Harrop. And now Hardiman, Will Hardiman. He was caught by Brosnahan. It was a good tackle. Stripped him of the football and wins the free kick. Wade Brosnahan's got a couple on here for the switch. It's going to work to Jed Fenley. Walks out of the defensive 40 now. Very dangerous kick. It's going to work here, though. Fisher got it from Ganji. Kick up the line. Playing in front. There was Gilliam who took the mark.
Yeah, Charlie McIsaac need to work harder to get in front there.
And he's going to go with a really dangerous switch. Really dangerous switch. And he's turned it over. And now there's a bit of space. And then it's fallen here for Stavrou. Can he gather it? He does. Gives the hand pass further to Charlie Knott. Another one over the top here for Wanganeen. He might go for a fifth. Instead, he centres it to full forward. And Sterling Phipps-Parsons marks on his chest 15 metres out.
Marcus Stavrou had no right to get the ball there running through between the two players there. The ball just bounced perfectly for him. and then just set up that chain of hands. Really impressed with that selfless shot by Tex Wanganeen. He sort of a fair player, and I would have had a shot from there, Matty. Especially on a kick four.
He's looking really good, Tex Wanganeen, but Sterling Phipps-Parsons has been as well. Back into the lineup today. Trots in now and slots it right through the centre. Sterling Phipps-Parsons with a steady air for the Zabs. 11-12, 78 to 7-4, 46 on the Hilton Manufacturing scoreboard in this third term.
Yes, just the Zabs with that really handy steady air after it. Probably hasn't been their best passage of football, but Haileybury really lifted, but let the ball exit way too easy there. And then just the excellent chain of hands through the ground and selfless play by the Zabs.
He's back out now to a 32-point lead for the finals-bound Zabs. And we restart. Stavrou couldn't really get hands free on that occasion. Good tackle applied that time by Hansen, who was looking for the free kick for holding the ball. Not going to get it, though. So tossed up. Spralia caught that time by Yates as soon as he gathered it. Just ticked into time on here in this third term. Spralia again. Goss trying to burst through. Dunn doing so successfully. Spears a kick up the line. That works. He's going to get it again here. Dunn got the hand pass received from Knott. And now Ganji. Got Brosnahan alongside him. Draws the man. Gives the hand pass across now to Wade Brosnahan. In towards the forward pocket. But well, reading it well there was Seckel, who marks. Except he's been a free kick and a push. And on the end of it again is going to be Charlie McIsaac. He just can't keep out of the game.
No, he can't. But the umpire's right there. I
Yep.
watched, he was being held off the ball and blocked out, and you just can't do that. Now this, what's he going to do? He's going to go around the corner here.
Oh, around the corner. Well, he's tried drop punts and they're just not working
for him.
So he's going to go around the corner. See if he kicks through the round the corner. Well, he probably will, Hugo. Opens up the face on the left boot and he's curled it around spectacularly. It's made it look like shelling peas, Hugo.
Yes.
He should go around the corner more often. 3 for McIsaac.
Don't give you any ideas, Matty.
And the Zabs have got back-to-back goals. 12-12, 84 to 7-4, 46 on the Hilton Manufacturing scoreboard. And after the Bloods challenged again in the third, the Zabs have steadied once more.
I just feel that this is sort of happens to the Bloods quite often, and we've looked at their scores and their results where they're in the game for a long period of time, and just these little blowouts, and we can just see this now, just building in this time on period where they played some really good footy this quarter, but just weren't able to get the score on the board to get closer. So interesting. And I tell you what, speaking around the grounds, there's some interesting stuff going on.
Bucks and Hampton East, I'll tell you, there is. We are going to be set for a grandstand finish this season, Hugo, on the relegation race, the way it's going. Riley caught, and he's going to be pinged here, holding the ball.
Yep.
Got to look at those round the ground scores with the stoppage in play, but I'll tell you what, still not done yet, but
it's getting interesting.
It's getting very interesting. Free kick for Dunn. Up towards half forward. Oh, McIsaac with a fly. We had 4/5 of it. No mark paid. It's going to come back now. Connor Dunn's got it. You've got to retrieve it. He's back for the hand pass to Fenley. Short door. Stavrou went through his hands. Went through Lane's hands. He's got it again. Smith in there. And they fall on top of him. Ball up. Yeah, for Bucks and Hampton East, Hugo, what have you got?
Okay, Old Scotch, 12-5-77. Uni Blacks hit the lead, 11-13-79. Uni Blues, 8-12-60. Caulfield Grammarians, 7-5-47. St Bernard's, 10-7-67. Old Brighton, 6-8-44 out of the pit. And St Kevin's, 11-11-77. Old Trinity, 7-5-47. So, my goodness, Matty, it's hotting up down there.
Oh, boy, oh, boy.
This is going to be very interesting VAFA crunch time after the game today,
Oh,
Matty.
yes, I cannot wait. You've got to stick around for that after the post-match. VAFA crunch time. We've got a 4-team relegation race, all in danger of going down as we enter the final day of the season as things stand. Dunn, Hart, Fenley. The two of them play each other. Kick up the line. Looking if going back with a flight nicely there was Bonwick. It was tackled and the umpires called for it. Yep, the Tees and the Snow Dogs at the Snake Pit winning you stay up.
Yeah, I've got a terrible feeling we'll be going there next week, Matty.
I don't.
Yeah, it's close. That's a home game for you.
Snake Pit's going to be heaving, Hugo.
It will. Oh, that balcony. Won't be able to sleep thinking about that. But we're just going to a bit of a holding pattern here at the moment. Zavs are just making sure that they just stifle any Haileybury entry forward.
Yeah, we've just got a bit carried away with what's going on elsewhere. Stavru got it from Spralia. That was slick work in towards Delaney. It's come off hands. McIsaac was looking for it out the back. Had to turn tackler instead and does so now and knocks things up. And it will mean that the Bloods, the way it's going, will still remain alive next week. So, you know, well, they would rather get up today. It's still not done for them yet. Kick out of defensive 50, looking for Harrop. He was caught in a 720. Did well to get the hand pass away. Good tackle applied, though, from the Zavs that time. Kept it inside, attacking 50. Seckel taking no chances. Anywhere will do. Bombs it in towards the centre of the ground. Oh, well roved there by Will Hardiman. And a scrubby kick up towards half forward. There's no numbers here. It's all Zavs. It's gathered this time by Whitehead, who goes to Ganji on the wing. And back now to Tom Dunn. He's called to go. Wanted to go with a switch, but instead brings it back out to Hart. And the game has gone into a bit of a holding pattern. Its scoring has been a lot slower in this term compared to the opening half. And Will Hart's kick down the line. Well marked by Campbell Lane. Inboard to Marcus Stavru. Oh, that was good courage going back with the flight there, but no mark paid. It was Woodhouse who might have just got one around the chops.
Generally happens when you're around Dara Seckel.
Yep.
All accidents.
Not guilty, Your Honour.
Yeah, correct.
Both rucks wrestled each other off the football, though, rode by Houghton. And now Connell, he was in a bit of a pickle. Wanganeen gathers it. Does he keep it in? He does. He screwed it around the body. Oh, it's clean bowled Woodhouse. And it's gone out of play off the boot of Kennedy. And it's trickled out of play for a boundary throw.
Yeah, it's in the forward arc. All the players were petrified then because of the lasso rule.
Lasso, last disposal, insufficient intent.
Yes. Got plenty of rules in this competition, haven't we?
Yep. Lots of them. Now the boundary umpire. Still got the sunnies on. Gee, they look good.
He's persisting with them, isn't he?
Yeah.
Sun's gone away. We've got some cloud cover coming over the ground now, Matty.
Yeah, that sunshine is gone, unfortunately. Ganji.
Starts raining, I'll be retreating behind the glass in there.
Hands and knees.
Yeah. Any which way you can.
Might try and head down to our boundary rider, Cooper Watkins. Cooper, any hint of rain, any spit to report?
Worried at the moment that I didn't bring my umbrella. It's just getting a little ominous, especially at three-quarter time when I'm going to be in the huddle.
Yeah, and you'll be with Guy Martin, who'll be addressing the players. Big last quarter for them here at Haileybury College this afternoon, the last home game of the season for the Bloods. They normally play out at Princes Park, which is a 2-minute walk from Hugo Higginbotham's house. He was thrilled when he found out that we were doing the Bloods home game this week. Then he heard it was in Keysborough and he was less thrilled.
Yes, well, you could say that. No, I'm happy to be here. It's great. It's a beautiful situation. Beautiful ground, great vantage point. Interesting contest.
And there is the siren to bring an end to the third term. It was a different quarter compared to the opening half. The first half much more free-flowing. This one a bit more stop-start. 2 goals apiece in the term. The Bloods kicked the first 2 and trimmed the margin back and to be in an interesting situation for the Zavs since they didn't kick the last 2 of the term. The three-quarter time they did 12-84 to 7-4-46. It is a 38-point advantage. Hugo Higginbotham for Hit IQ, your thoughts?
Really good pressure and intensity by Haileybury that quarter, but just couldn't get the score on the board to peg that margin back. Old Zavs a little bit untidy at certain stages there, but later in the quarter just flexed their muscle a bit, kicked a few goals, and then just went into a bit of a holding pattern there. But it's an interesting proposition for Haileybury now. How do they attack the last quarter? They need to probably try and get the ball forward, maintain a bit of forward time, get the score on the board. That's where they've struggled, and we've seen that with their results this year. They've just struggled to kick a score. And Old Zavs are just building towards something that they know is coming.
Goal scorers to this point: 4 for Tex Wanganeen, 3 for Charlie McIsaac, 2 to Ed Delaney, singles to Fisher, Spralia and Phipps Parsons. And for the Bloods, 3 goals to Cody Goonawardena, 2 to Bailey Yates and then 1 to Lockie Riley and James Blight. This is VAFA William Buck Premier Men's Round 17 footy on SEN's Match of the Day. It is three-quarter time here at Haileybury College. The Zavs lead by 38 points. Can they hold on? We'll find out after this.
Listen to the award-winning VAFA William Buck Premier Men's SEN Match of the Day this Saturday afternoon on the SEN app and SEN's no-delay streaming product, SEN Stadium. That's VAFA Footy, live with no delay, Saturday from 1:45 p.m. Listen via the app.
Are you thinking about pulling on the boots and having a kick in 2026? If so, we'd love to have you in the VAFA. Australia's largest senior footy competition has teams suited to all ages and experience, from under-19s to seniors. Log on to vafa.com.au, check out our club directory and find a club near you.
Hey guys, Stephen here, introducing our new GYG-approved crispy chicken tenders. 100% clean, free-range chicken breast tenders, coated in our perfectly seasoned and crispy crumb. Truly next level. Get yours now at Guzman y Gomez. Love ya.
The VAFA Rising Star Award recognises the competition's most talented young players. Each week, the VAFA Rising Star Committee receives nominations for one male and one female player aged 20 years or under who played no more than 7 senior games before this season. Our overall season winners will be declared the VAFA Rising Stars for 2026. So if your club has a young gun making their mark, nominate them now at media@vafa.com.au.
Stay up to date with all the latest from the Victorian Amateur Football Association with the brand new VAFA app. Stay connected with live scores, fixtures, stats and news from across the Victorian Amateur Football Association right at your fingertips. Download the VAFA app today from the App Store or Google Play and never miss a moment.
Keep up to date with everything that's happening around the VAFA by subscribing to our socials. We're on Instagram, TikTok, X, Facebook and LinkedIn. Has someone just taken a screamer or kicked goal of the year? Send us your best and we might share them around the league. Join in the fun with all the best pics, videos, stories and reels from around the competition. They're all on VAFA socials. Search VAFA and VAFA Women's on your favourite platforms.
Hey guys, Stephen here, introducing our new GYG-approved crispy chicken tender taco. 100% clean, free-range chicken breast tender, fresh shredded iceberg lettuce, jack cheese, and a drizzle of GYG's Chipotle mayo. Get yours now at Guzman y Gomez. Love ya.
Listen to the award-winning VAFA William Buck Premier Men's SEN Match of the Day this Saturday afternoon on the SEN app and SEN's no-delay streaming product, SEN Stadium. That's VAFA Footy, live with no delay, Saturday from 1:45 p.m. Listen via the app.
Three-quarter time here at Haileybury College. You are listening to VAFA William Buck Premier Men's Round 17 footy on SEN's Match of the Day. Old Haileybury and Old Xaverians doing battle at the moment, and it is the Zavs who lead by 38 points at the final break. We will head down now to ground level. Guy Martin, the coach of Old Haileybury, dressing his charges for the final time at home this season.
Right, give them a side, squeeze across. We are always defending 2/3. They're not going to kick it from 1/3 of the ground, this side, all the way over to the other. All right, make them take something on in the middle and then try and turn them off going the other way. Come on.
So that was Guy Martin there. Just the final few words that he had to his players. A big last quarter for them. And what we will do in a moment is we will head back down to ground level. Cooper Watkins will have Guy Martin with him and we'll have a quick chat with him. They're just making their way together now, so we'll go down to Cooper.
Yeah, I've got him, Matty. Guy, obviously, a pretty good quarter, that one. You did some good things. Obviously, got some scoreboard pressure after a probably poor second quarter. What did you make of it?
Yeah, maybe the breeze is doing a little bit more than we probably think. We have our moments. We have some good patches. You know, they're just probably a much better side, and you give them enough opportunity, they really hurt you on turnover. So, yeah, we have our moments, but we just can't sustain it. When we make the error, they make us pay. When they make an error, they're good enough to sort of stop it most of the time.
Cheers, Guy. Thanks, Sam.
Thank you for that, Cooper, and Guy Martin there, and to both coaches as well. Always do appreciate the access that they give us into the huddles. That huddle report, thanks to Bedshed Dandenong. Bedshed Dandenong. No one's better in the bedroom.
You didn't get away with that.
For Old Haileybury in this last quarter, it's going to be tough for them in this situation. Long way back, but got to take, and they won't be looking at this, but we'll take heart from the fact that this season is probably not going to be done this afternoon. That they'll still be able to live to fight another day next week.
No, there's an opportunity next week, but it's important the way they finish this game off. Look, mate, it's going to be a tough ask to get back from here.
Yep.
Considering, they've only kicked 46 points for the day and its average up to 84, so it's a long way back, but it's important that they finish off well, finish off strong today, carry that into next week.
We'll keep posted on Around the Grounds thanks to Buxton Hampton East. The final quarter here is underway, and it's the Zavs who lead by 38 points. It's Spriley who got the tap down and hacked off the deck by Phipps Parsons. Woodhouse back to Phipps Parsons, runs to 40, goes for goal. Oh, across the face from Sterling Phipps Parsons.
No, that was not the start that Haileybury wanted, but Zavs was getting that advantage out of the middle there.
Already they're having to navigate their way up the ground from full-back. Kick inboard is good to Riley. He finds now Bonwick at half-back with a kick down the line to Mavropoulos. Of course, Cooper Watkins has got to find a skins player of the game to nominate this afternoon, Hugo.
Yeah, we'll get a panel together, Matty.
Yeah.
We'll give Cooper a few options.
Woodhouse back to Goss. Untidy hand pass. Down the line, works for Charlie Knott, who's got to give it back. Brosnahan back to Goss. On the right boot. Now Hansen's marked it. Just carry out the switch, and he does here nicely to Fenley. And then Lane on the right boot in towards Seston. Oh, good slips catch from Ollie Seston.
Great use of the body.
Mark of the day for Gorman Commercial. That was a ripper. Took it an inch off the turf, and he goes with a central kick. And he finds Woodhouse, who's marked it just outside attacking forward.
Yeah, so it's very good, strong mark there by Seston, and great vision here. So this will probably test Woodhouse, but Big Ed Delaney's floating around down there. Having a stretch out, but they're starting to really take control of his abs.
So, Hayden Woodhouse hasn't kicked one today. He's kicked 6-2 for the season. This is his 13th match, so normally good for a goal every other game. He strikes this one from outside 45 and he's hung it well out to right. Numbers scoring early here in this last term. 12-14, 86 to 7, 446, an even 40-point game here at the college. And Seck was asked to take the kick in again. He does so now with a kick up towards the back flank. Good strong mark from Spralia though. Gives it across very quickly to Lane, whose kick was charged out by Seckel. Darius Seckel that time. Stavru fought well, gave it across to Tom Dunn. Kick back inside 50 is offline, and it's Brady Seckel that time who reads it better than anyone else. And he's now called to go by the umpire, and he does. And he rakes a kick up towards the back flank, but it's straight to Wade Brosnahan, who can send it back inside for the Zavs. He's got Guiney on short, goes with him now, and he marks just inside 40, about 5 or so metres in from the boundary line.
So definitely a kickable distance. Brady Seckel just could not find that exit kick there, as resulted in the turnover, and then a good little bit of vision. It's been an interesting kick here from Guiney. He's a very good kick. Distance shouldn't be a problem.
Hasn't kicked one today, Nick Guiney. He is a long-range kick, and he's just caught that very flat. Didn't spin much.
Call that a helicopter, Matty.
Out to the left this time. 2 behinds today for Nick Guiney. 15 plays 7-4, and this is on the Bowens scoreboard, the builder's choice, bowens.com.au. Darius Seckel short to Smith, too short. The umpire wave play on back to Seckel. He finds a kick at half-back safely enough into the lap of Hotman. He's going to go with another switch, and McIsaac is lurking.
That was touched.
And, well, might have been, but Smith takes the mark. Oh, and then McIsaac goes in hard on Smith, and the umpire wave play on. It's fallen now here for Russell on the back flank. He has a bounce, just gets his kick away, but it's gone over there to his target. Straight to Phipps Parsons, who's going to go long, looking for McIsaac. Well, he took his eyes off the ball, and Kennedy didn't. And Kennedy takes the mark as a result. And he goes out towards Bonwick on the back flank. He's kicked down the line, looking for Sievers, was cut out by Brosnahan, and it's now gone off. Sievers' boot, unintentionally, but out of bounds for a Lassu free kick.
It's deep in the Haileybury box. No one helping get the ball out there, but he's retrieved it.
Waiting for the goals. All terms. First goal, rather. Goss. Fenley. Across to Whitehead. And that's an interesting kick down the line. It's over the head of Dunn and caught here by Brady Seckle, who has a bounce. He goes on the left boot towards goal, but it's gone well wide. Has it gone out in the full? There's no boundary umpire anywhere near us to be able to tell.
He's right back in.
He's on the wing.
He's on the wing.
I've got no idea.
He's just yelled to the field umpire, "You've got this, you're right."
Well, I think it looks like it's set up like it's going to be
It is, yeah, it's a kick in.
Yeah.
And just retrieving the ball.
Well, I'll tell you what, Dan Donati has some tough decisions to make in the coming weeks because this side's been very good. But
Yes.
Sam Ralph, Alex Trigard, Tommy McRae, all to come back in at some point. You look at the three who'd be most vulnerable, and it's hard to figure it out. That kick in is no good, though. It falls to Seckle. Dara Seckle this time, who spears a low pass inside 50, and he finds Charlton Harrop.
No, looking at that side, just like you said there, everyone's a contributor.
Yeah.
There's going to be some unlucky players, some hard luck stories, which is what you want. You want pressure on selection. That's what you want coming into a finals campaign. As minimal injuries as possible.
Charlton Harrop hasn't kicked one today. He's been used at both ends of the ground. He strikes this one from 40. That looks really
Beautiful
nice.
kick.
That's a great kick from Harrop. He's 13th this season. I think as many this year as he did last season, but he's been a useful contributor when he has played up forward this year for the Bloods. And they've kicked the first goal of the final term. 8-4-52. Just need to do my maths right there. I had Petchy in my ear. 12-15 to 87. It's back to 35 points.
No, it's still a handy margin. So that was really good by Haileybury there, just to capitalise on that mistake, that exiting kick that just went straight to Dara Seckle, and then a really good shot on goal by Harrop.
Spralia to Fisher. Oh, to Stavrou. Gee, that's good. They're just moving through the gears of the moment. Delaney! Oh, that's a strong mark. One clean grab from Ed Delaney. Mark of the day contender for Gorman Commercial. That was a ripper.
Very, very good off the back of that electric clearance from the middle. Fisher to Stavrou.
That's out of a playbook. That they've practiced that.
So as Stavrou just does the 100-metre sprint to get off the ground. But fantastic mark by Delaney also.
From outside 40, Delaney strikes that perfectly. Oh, that is such a good set shot. And we expect no less from Ed Delaney, who's kicked 25-8 for the season. He is one of the sharpest shooters in the business. And the Zavs get another quick reply. 13-15-93 to 8-4-52 on the Bowens the Builders choice scoreboard.
Yes, that's right. I can see why you're a bit thrown today, Matty, because it's like they get a run-up with a scoreboard. They drop back a few numbers.
Yeah,
they go back to
they had a goal and accidentally take it off
and
instead.
then they put two on, yes. But anyway, no, that was textbook there.
Yeah.
That's that clearance and then a fantastic mark and then a beautiful execution by Ed Delaney.
Yeah. And Fisher with the hand pass out to Stavrou straight away. It's like he knew Stavrou was going to be there. He knew that was the play, that was the give. They've practiced it a million times. Dunn intercepts the kick from Russell up towards half forward. Oh, Fenley with a wild hand pass. It's gone over the target and out of bounds for a Dairy Queen free kick. Needed to shoehorn Petchy's free kick in there at some point. Kick inside 50, off hands. Hart was the target. Wrestled out of there by Whitehead. And now Lane to Fisher. This is the passing board. Oh, great trap by McIsaac out to Wanganeen, who's spun on a dime and then sends it up towards centre half forward. It's gone over the head of Delaney. It's a race on here for the football, a one-on-one contest. It's Segal and Delaney, who was a bit too strong. Ed goes for goal and he's put it out on the full. You put him off, Hugo. You put him off. And here's a bit of a right smile.
Poor old Ed. Overthought that one, I think.
And now Seckle gives the hand pass. He gets it back and goes with the kick looking for... That's a great kick, actually. It finds Rainer Seckle. Although they played on here, and now Sievers is in trouble. He's got to give it back to Rainer Seckle. Hansen fell all over the top of him. Oh, he got a falcon as well, Rainer. It's come out of Sievers. Scrubby old kick up the line. Gunawardena went to ground. Good pressure from Connor Dunn. Dunn fights for it now, hands it across to Guiney, who bursts through a tackle. Now Hansen couldn't quite gather it cleanly. Now he's got a problem. He was tackled by Smith. He just got the kick away. Riley was there. Back to Sievers again. His hand pass just found Gunnar Wardner. Hands one over the top. And now Houghton gathers it. Can he get away from the tackler? He does. His hand pass was charged down. Now it's fallen here for Fisher, who's composed and goes with a kick in towards the centre of the oval, and he finds Phipps Parsons. Back to Fisher. Standing start. Kick up towards centre-half forward. Numbers favour the Bloods here, and swooping in to take the mark is Durris Seckel. And he goes with a switch out towards Jasper Russell, who feels like he's had a lot of the football today on the wing.
Great kick.
And there's a kick up towards centre-back. It's come off hands, but Smith makes it work, and now Sievers gives it back. Gilliam kept on running. Kick up the line is it was a good one, but Houghton's just put it down, allows Hart in, gives the hand pass back now to Connor Dunn. Hansen marks Lane on the wing. And then Phipps Parsons running further afield, marks just in front of Will Hardiman. Short to Hansen. And they'll just be quite happy to see this one out today. The Zabs, they've done what they needed to do. Kick inside 50, looking for Knott, but it's knocked away there by Seckel out of play, boundary throw in. They were challenged in that first term. Yep. They answered it. They responded to it. A clinical second term. And they've been in control ever since of the visitors.
Yeah, they haven't been overly intense in the last quarter. They've had passages where they've been good, but just probably went into a bit of a holding pattern there and just didn't get it forward with any intensity.
So ball brought back in here. Knott was in there. Gathers it now. Does Charlie Knott threw that one out, and the umpire spotted that, holding the ball. Free kick, the Bloods. Of Haileybury ball to be taken here by Liam Wood in the back pocket. Go around the ground thanks to Buxton Hampton East in a moment. See what's going on, particularly at the Snake Pit.
There's a bit going on.
Comes off hands, Lane around the body. Seckel again, brought it to ground. Rode by Woodhouse. Charlie not in space. Hand pass was looking for Wanganeen, who's got a good turn. Tackler on Gilliam, who's locked things up, and the umpire calls for it. Hugo.
Old Scotch 12-5-77 trail. Uni Blacks 13-14-92. So they put the foot down there. Uni Blues 10-14-74. Caulfield Grammarians 7-5-47 at the Snake Pit. 10-7-67 St Bernard's leading Old Brighton 8-12-60.
Oh, no.
And St Kevin's 11-12-78 leading Old Trinity 9-6-60. But that one at the Snake Pit, very interesting.
Tell you what, the tee's not far away from St Kevin's either. Only a few goals in that one. Kick inside 50. And I tell you what, VAFA crunch time is going to be
huge.
Massive.
Compelling listening.
Immediately after this game, the Old Zavs have got a stranglehold on at the moment. Hardiman was pushed out of it. Harrop did well to burst out of the stoppage, though, but the hand pass missed Russell.
And that's a Dairy Queen.
Free kick. Dairy Queen, free kick. What would a draw do at the Snake Pit?
That'd be very interesting.
Let's imagine, why don't we,
yes.
Hugo?
Dare to dream.
Free kick to be taken here by Will Goss, who is a long kick. He's not a left footer. He's a right footer. He goes in towards full forward to Bakaizik, who flew. Couldn't complete it. It's come off hands. Seckel applying the tackle. Comes out now, Seston. Goes with a hand pass back. Not with a short little kick around the body. Lands straight to Harrop, who gives it across to Riley now. Over the top once more to Russell. Oh, gee, what about the spin out of trouble there from Jasper Russell? Hand pass further down the line. Oh, gee, that was brave from Hart and Gunnar Wardner. That could have been ugly.
Yeah,
very ugly.
That was lucky.
Yeah.
I saw Hart coming there. I thought, oh, no, here we go. And we know his reputation there. Even tipped in by his own teammate.
Yes, Tommy McRae. Half-time. Character analysis is not favourable.
There was a bit of a conference there going on between the umpires. So
not for the first time?
No, yes, it's been a bit of that going on today.
Well, chats. Where'd you get the sunnies from?
He's taking them off.
They're gone?
Yep, which is fair enough too.
He doesn't really need them.
You only need to turn the lights on. Actually, there's no lights on this ground, is there? Just notice that.
No floodlights.
No.
No floodlights. It's the one thing this college doesn't have. Yeah. Fisher's got it at half back. just kick into the centre of the ground. Seckle and McIsaac. It's been a good battle out again today.
Yeah, it has.
Hand pass out towards Stefanakis. Kick up towards half forward. Ugly bouncing ball. Good trap from Yates. Back to Harrop. Kick in towards full forward. Wide of Gunawardena. It's still alive here. Russell's got it outside 40. Goes on the left boot in towards Gunawardena. Went back with a flight. It's still alive for Cody. He's legged. Oh, that's the most obvious leg I'll ever see. Free kick. He made sure the umpires saw that one.
Certainly did.
Cody Gunawardena's ball, and he's going for goal number 4 here.
Yes, which is quite good, but you just see that's where Haileybury have fallen down. They just weren't clinical enough with that forward entry.
And Gunawardena opens up the face and
that's
hits it into the post. And now it's 19-19 of the season.
19-19.
19-19.
There you go. That was the year Petchy was in year 12.
Yeah, he was playing under 19s that
yes,
day.
he was.
Goss kicks him back in towards half-back and he finds Dunn. Now Lane runs out of defence and goes up towards the centre of the ground. Good spoil by Hansen to keep the ball moving forward. Lands here with Whitehead and now Brosnahan. It's a direct route to goal up towards Seston at half forward. Used the body well, took the mark, plays on, hands it over the top, and Tex is going to kick his 5th.
Well, that's made things very interesting, Matthew, with Tex kicking 5.
Yeah.
I was thinking, who the hell are we going to
get?
this
Player of the
Skins
game, the
day?
Pioneers of compression, the most coveted camp in the game.
That's it. We may have to. Coop, I think. So Coop, you're obviously the judge of it, Coop, but Fisher has been very good, 4-quarter performer, but Tex Wanganeen with 5. That might be skins worthy as we're drifting on in the quarter.
Yeah, we're about halfway through the final term now. Halfway through the final term at the Snake Pit, and it's dead level.
So Brighton just kicked a goal with 15 minutes gone. Scores a level. Unbelievable.
I wonder if there's a breeze.
Seems that way. The way the scoring's gone, it seems to be one side dominating each quarter. All good clearance going on here.
Harrop did nicely there out to Brady Seckle towards half forward over the head of Dunn. Tries to paddle it to his own advantage. Oh, gee, Yates was cleaned up there. Contact below the, or kicking in danger rather. Yates is hurt here. So it came crashing through. And he's in a bad way at the moment, Bailey Yates. He's back on his feet now, which is good. And looks to be okay, maybe just a bit winded. Free kick to Tom Hart, who only knows one way. And the centre half back to Nick Guiney. Up the line. Oh, good courage shown by Westcott. Coming the other way was Seckle. Westcott wins the football across to Woodhouse. And now Ganji goes in towards centre half forward and he finds Wade Brosnahan, who marks just inside attacking 40. That was great courage from Charlie Westcott a moment ago. Great courage.
That was amazing there. And just the composure that the Zavs show to get the ball to advantage and beautiful vision there. But, yeah, that was amazingly brave by Brosnahan.
Now he's got the football here. Hasn't kicked one today as Brosnahan. He's kicked 21 for the season. A lot of handy contributors. A lot of players have kicked something around the 20-goal mark for the Zavs. And then there's McIsaac. So from just on the paint of 40, got very close to the man on the mark and has pushed the kick out wide as a result. Behind for Wade Brosnahan.
Yeah, when you think of the leading goal kickers for Haileybury, are still in the teens.
It's Cody Gunawardena with 19.
19, yeah, there you go. So that gives you an indication. Just haven't scored enough this season.
Harrop gets away from Seston. Goal doesn't bounce. Hand pass towards centre back. Oh, he did well there. Well done, though, by Harrop, who followed up. It was good play by Wood, actually, to get away from the Wanganeen tackle. And now Mavropoulos, he was going to run straight at a Goss. Gave it away just in time. Kick up towards Harrop, but kept running. He took the kick in, Harrop. Oh, and he got run down by Woodhouse. Oh, what a show. He took that from full-back. He took the kick in there, Charles Harrop. Great bit of work rate, but it just got run down by Woodhouse, who followed him all the way.
No sense of theatre, Woodhouse there.
No, that would have been the goal of the year, actually. Harrop had to kick that from full back. He would have done well to see a better goal than that all season. Bloods have won it back here though, and Bailey Yates still looks like he's favouring that shoulder. Marked, gives it across to Stefanakis. His kick smothered. Connor Dunn and Finley. Now here's Woodhouse again with a high kick up towards Wanganeen, who's collected. taken out, but the umpire says it's all okay. It's going to be boundary throw-in.
Yep. Yates heading to the bench there, heavily favouring that left arm shoulder region, so not looking good.
And we'll have Cooper Watkins looking at that, thanks to Author Sport Victoria.
Right in front by a point.
Oh.
Good grief.
He's getting stressful at the snake pit. Woodhouse, Hanson, and now Phipps Parsons. Screws it around the body up towards half forward. Oh, clever flick on there from Knott. Out towards McKaiser. They got a man here in the goal square. Hand pass over the top. It's going to fall here for Seston, who's going to dribble it through with ease. And at the fourth time of asking, Ollie Seston's on the board.
On the board.
1 goal, 3 for him. He just always had the extra number there, did the Zavs, as we tick into time on. And that brings up the ton for the Zavs, 14-16, 100. That is on the Bowens scoreboard, the Builder's Choice, bowens.com.au. The Bloods 8-5-53.
Yet another time they've kicked 100 points in a game during the season. So they're very, very good at that. The Zavs, they kick a score, don't they?
Well, McIsaac with 59 goals, Delaney with 25 goals. You've got Brosnahan with 21 goals, Ganji with 13. Not with 18.
Oh, the umpire's gone down.
Well, the umpire's taken a tumble there back in the centre. It's just about all happened today out at Haileybury College. And then Will Hardeman was the target. He was taken high in the marking contest. Moves it on pretty quickly. Oh, that's a nice mark taken as well at half forward. Time it was Stefanakis. Kick in board, Gunnar Warden at the target, knocked away. Falls to Goss, who couldn't be bothered bending down to pick that up. He's gone out of play for a boundary throw in. So Skins player of the day, the Pioneers of Compression, the player of the game will receive a Skins cap and will be forced to have a photo taken of them with the laminated plaque, and that'll be plastered all over social media.
Yeah,
for teammates to get stuck into them and share that around.
I wonder if that's a fine at clubs. It'd have to be, surely, wouldn't it?
Pose for photos.
Yeah, well, a Skins photo. At least it's a hat. Didn't want to see him modelling the shorts.
No, they were last year. Riley short to Seckle at half forward in marks. We think in Wanganeen 5 goals is a fair effort, and it's been a really even team display otherwise.
Once again, it was like this last week. I think Wanganeen with 5 goals probably has my vote, but a mention to Fisher, who's been quite good.
Yes.
His numbers have been pretty high. Stavrou hasn't been bad. They've been around it.
Speaking of high numbers, Brady Seckle has done that consistently this season. From right half forward, he strikes this from 40. It started out right, but it hasn't come back enough.
Not a known goal kicker, but a very, very good midfielder. He's done everything today. He's played a little bit of deep back, had to slide forward. So it's been a good performance. They're goers, the Seckles, aren't they?
They are, all 3 of them.
I always wonder when the fights they would have had in the backyard as kids.
Would have been a lot of scrapping, a lot of contested football won.
You would have locked the back door, wouldn't you?
Yep. Board up the windows. Lane outside of the boot, doesn't go very far, and Bonwick marks. For nearly 23 minutes gone here in this final term. It's going to be the Old Zavs who come away with the win. Move ever closer to securing that minor premiership. It's still up for grabs heading into the last day of the season. Brady Seckle's got it now. Goes across the face of goal. Good spoil there from Guiney. Just wanted it more than anyone else. And he sets the counter-attack away here for the Zavs. Ganji out towards Knott at half forward. McIsaac still got a one-on-one against Rainer Seckle. He goes longer than that to Phipps Parsons, who's got to beat a couple in the air. Oh, it's come off hands. Gathered here by Phipps Parsons over the top to Westcott, who goes with one further looking for Brosnahan, who goes over the head into the post. Oh, Wade Brosnahan, wow, that would have been pretty special indeed. I don't know if it would have been goal of the year. It would have been one of the goals of the day.
Yeah, it would have been.
It's the poster of the day.
Would have been on the socials.
For a client we don't have. Another behind, 15-17 to 8-6-54 on the Bowens scoreboard, the Builder's Choice.
Still a 1-point margin at the snake pit.
Well, they want to move this one up the corridor here to the Bloods. Harrop crash into the back of Hanson, free kick. And advantage being paid. Westcott gets away from Smith. Gives a hand pass across to Charlie Knott, and that kick is slown off the side of the boot. It's not close. Out on the full.
Got all the answers, Zavs, don't they? Yep. Every exit being turned over, they get a very fast entry.
And for the Bloods, their season's still not done by the looks of things. Got to get a win next week, though, but they are still alive in 2026, even though they won't pick up the 4 points here today.
They need Brighton to beat the Snow Dogs.
Second to Connell. That'd help.
Yes.
Smith.
Struggling to find an exit here.
Yeah. Connell, pressure's been good from the Zavs right from the get-go today. This is exactly what Dan Denardi would have wanted. This is a good challenge early, but they've been able to fine-tune a few things, and well, they haven't let up, and that's an example of it. Goss cuts out the kick, goes in short towards the lane and marks it half forward, and he is within range here, Campbell Lane.
Yeah, it'll take every bit of his kick that he has in him, especially late in the game. He's done massive miles up and down that wing today. It's been very good, as always.
So, Campbell Lane. He's kicked 11 goals this season. He had 30 touches last week.
Skins player of the day.
Did the double against St Kevin's with that. He strikes this one from outside 40. He started it out to the right, and it's not good enough. Got the distance pretty easily in the end.
He did. Went very close to the man on the mark in an effort to get that little bit more distance.
Tell you what, they've left a few out there. There's 15-18 to 8-6-54. Harrop taking the kick in again. He wants to run the length of the ground once more. Gives a hand pass to Connell. Goes with a kicking ball. That's a good mark. I think that's... No, it's been a free kick rather than a mark, but good effort all the same from Sievers that time. He goes across to Connell, who's worked his way up the ground. He goes short to Hotman. We've been solid on return for the Bloods. But the power of the Zavs midfield is just too strong for them today.
We've seen that on display at stages, haven't we?
Oh, that's a dangerous kick. And
what's that boy going to do here?
I think he's going to call for a ball up there. Both players, Woodhouse and Connell, had hands to it.
2-point ball game. Old Brighton's way.
They've doubled their lead.
Yes.
Spralia punches it forward. Phipps Parsons was dispossessed. Now has the umpire adjudicated this holding the man. Free kick to Phipps Parsons. So Sterling Phipps Parsons too far out to score. He's going to try and hit up McIsaac on the lead. Got under the ball. It was good work there from Rainer Seckel, and then Dara Seckel with a clearing kick, but a good sliding mark taken there by Ganji. And send the Zavs back inside, attacking 50. Does so now with a kick into the pocket. Delaney got under it, and Kennedy's marked that on the second attempt. Oh, that's a dangerous kick across the face of goal. It wobbled a little in the air, but it found its target. And there is the siren. A thoroughly professional performance from the Old Xaverians, who have doubled Old Haileybury's score. 54-point win in the end. 15-18, 108 to 8-6-54. They keep their hopes of securing the minor premiership alive in 2026. The Bloods, they're still alive in 2026. It's still all to play for both teams heading into the final round of the home and away season.
No, Matty, that was a comprehensive performance by Zavs. They were pushed early, so it was a really good first quarter by Haileybury, and Zavs were probably not up to their usual standard, but then the answer they had after that. Haileybury were very good at stages, but just not consistently long enough, and probably struggled to get a decent score on the board. Not too many options up forward. Still missing a few players. You can see not having the ruckman in today is really always going to give the Zavs midfielders first use of the ball, which they did. So it was a very impressive performance, a very even performance by the Zavs, as Coop's got the tough job of trying to pick out a Skins player of the day, but he's lurking. You can see Coop's lurking.
He does. So it was Old Zavs who led by 6 points at quarter time, 37 at the half. They led by 38 points at three-quarter time and 54 when It's when the final siren sounded. 15-18, 108 to 8-6-54. The goal kickers, Tex Wanganeen with 5 and kicked 1 for the season coming into today. He's off and running now. 3 each to Charlie McIsaac and Ed Delaney. Singles to Sam Fisher, Alex Spralia, Sterling Phipps-Parsons and Ollie Seston. And for the Bloods, 3 to Cody Goonawardena, 2 to Bailey Yates, and singles to Charlton Harrop, Lockie Riley and James Blight. I've just, there is Cooper.
Yes,
so
he's lurking.
He's lurking. And you know the Zavs players are going to...
Fisher's walked past him, so it's not Fisher. I think he's going to try and find Tex.
Yeah, well, there, he's called him over now.
Yes.
There you got him.
Texan.
Yep, and he does have him now. So Coops has given us the thumbs up, so we'll head down now to Cooper Watkins.
Tex, obviously kicked 5 goals today, really strong performance heading into finals. How do you sort of assess your own performance firstly, being able to kick 5?
Yeah, I think just getting confidence in getting consistent games. Had, 10 months out of the footy, so, spent some games in reserves, just getting fitness back and, just banking in on those consistent games, which, got the end of a few. But thanks to the boys as well. Seston gave me a couple, so... great work for the boys. A strong finish going into the finals. Really building the chemistry together. Yeah, and is that something, obviously there's a lot of passing, especially in that last quarter, just being unselfish in the forward line. That's something that you guys pride yourself on? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's sometimes too many unselfish players. And that's just great for all the boys because they're just not thinking about themselves. We're thinking about team first, which is why we're putting some good scores on the board. Thanks, Tex. Appreciate it.
Thank you, that Cooper Watkins and Tex Wanganeen now. Skins player of the game, the Pioneers compression, and there it is. He's put the cap on. He's got a post for the photo. That's going up on the socials, no doubt about that. And his teammates all waiting for him now to get that all over and done with, and goes and shares a hug with Ed Delaney. So great result this for the Zavs. They've now got themselves, they're still a chance of taking out the minor premiership. The double chance was guaranteed coming into this match in any case.
Yes.
Really, it's all the case about who's going to wear the white shorts in that second semi-final, them or the Blues. But regardless, it'll be those two playing off for a direct route to the grand final in a couple of weeks from now. But for the Bloods, they showed signs particularly early. I think they were always going to be underdogs today. Was always going to be up against it, but they showed plenty of fight and they certainly gave the Zavs something to think about, particularly in that opening term. Yeah, they did. That was a really great start. The midfielders were connected together really well, got on top of Zavs, which is unheard of, but it was just that was indicative of their season. I think, you can't win a game off a 1 quarter really good performance or 15 minutes here or 15 minutes there, and probably just haven't got the cattle, haven't got the players at the moment. They had plenty of ball movement up to half back to the wing, but they turned the ball over too many times and weren't able to defend it coming back the other way. So, which was troublesome. And that's been the theme of their season. You've made that point right throughout. Their best is good, but it's being able to sustain it that's been the real issue for the Bloods this season. Let's move into our post-game show, and this is all thanks to Wingate, a leading alternative investment manager focused on property debt, mid-market corporate debt, and direct property investment. We've got a lot to unpack, gents, but let's talk about this game first, and then we'll get into the nitty-gritty of VAFA crunch time. We'll save the best till last. The goal of the day for BDL Body Corporate Management. Well, there's a couple of good ones there. Charlie McIsaac was amazing. I thought Ed Delaney's was very good too. I'd probably voting Charlie McIsaac. I think that left foot snap when he's running away, it was nearly over the boundary.
It was funny, at half-time, I actually heard Ed saying to Charlie, I reckon that's the best goal you've ever kicked. So they were having a chat about that.
That was a good one.
So that's the leaders in body corporate services for 30 years, BDL Body Corporate Management. The mark of the day, thanks to Gorman Commercial.
I liked Ed Delaney's.
That was a good mark.
Yeah, that was a very good one.
Seston took the slips catches, which that call was good, but I think Ed's probably...
Oh, thanks.
But Ed's was a good one as well. There's a few high flyers as well.
Lockie Riley to go good on the first time going back with the
brave,
flight.
Very brave, that one.
Yeah, that
wasn't as theatrical.
No. That was probably the leader at the time, but as the afternoon progressed, we had a couple of extra contenders there. And that is for Gorman Commercial, Melbourne's commercial property leader. Now, around the grounds, thanks to Buxton, Hampton East. I don't know if all the games are done yet. We had the early match between the Blacks and the Cardinals. Uni Blacks and Old Scotch. Old Scotch won that one 92-77, I believe, is the final score.
Correct.
There. What else have we got, Hugo?
So Uni Blues 99 beat Caulfield Grammarians 59.
Okay.
So that was pretty convincing. And at this, I'm going to look this.
Leave that to last. Leave that to last for me, please.
At the Trinity playing fields, Trinity 69 points. This is still live, but it's very late. St Kevin's 14-14, 98. So,
Okay,
so we're probably talking about a 30-pointer
so
there.
they're in threat heading into the last day of the season.
Yes, there we go. And then the big one out there at the Snake Pit. So St Bernard's 10-7-67.
They didn't score in the last quarter.
Didn't score in the 1 point, actually.
Oh, 1 point. Okay.
Yeah. They've lost to Old Brighton 10-17-77.
10-17.
Yeah, so that looking at the score lines in that game, I think that must have been wind affected because both teams have sort of kicked decent scores at certain stages. But, yeah, so there you go. So a really gallant performance by St Bernard's.
Well, unfortunately, that confirms their relegation.
That's it.
They are going down.
That was the one. That one there.
They had to win their last 2 games to stay up. So they're now a game and a half clear of safety with 1 game to go.
So now the big question, who goes with them?
Well, what have we got at the moment? So of the Fields, the Tees and the Bloods, none of them won today. Half a game separating.
Well, the Blacks won, so they'll be clear, won't they?
Yeah, Blacks. So Blacks are mathematically safe. Old Scotch mathematically safe.
Yes.
So it's down to a race in 3. So next week's fixtures, we've got St Bernard's and Old Trinity.
Well, that has implications for Trinity.
It has implications for Trinity, yes.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how St Bernard's obviously focus on that in terms of now that they're done. So
well, they probably had the attitude they want to stuff someone else's season up.
Yeah, well.
To drag you down.
For want of better expression.
Drag you down with us. Uni Blacks host Old Haileybury and Caulfield Grammarians host Old Brighton.
Well, Brighton will win that.
At Glen Huntly Park?
Yeah. They've gone over to the Snake Pit and got a win, so that's one of the reasons.
So at the and then Blacks Haileybury, that's at University Oval.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. But that was a pretty good performance by Blacks today. I think from having a look, I think Scotch had a pretty good side in.
Yeah.
So that's
they tend to at this time of year.
Yeah, that's their specialty. It was this ground last year where they had all the VFL talent back and they beat Haileybury to get that spot in the finals. We called that one. So that was interesting.
And then out at the Snake Pit, St Bernard's, Old Trinity.
I'd actually back Trinity to win.
See, just imagine if...
Oh, sorry, I'd back St Bernard's to win.
Yeah. Just imagine if the Snow Dogs got up today.
Yeah, that would have been amazing. So that's an interesting one. So I would think that... Geez, that Haileybury... Who have Haileybury in the Blacks, haven't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
At University Oval.
That's a very tough trip there. Blacks have had a big win today. I think they're in pretty good form. So it might be troublesome for Haileybury.
So all the Fields and the Tees they've just got to match the Bloods. Whatever the Bloods do, they just got to match them. That's all they need to think about.
Yep.
It's in their own hands. Unfortunately for the Bloods, it's not.
No, correct.
It's not now.
The first thing they have to do, they have to win.
Yeah.
They have to win, and then they have to have... who's got the less percentage out of those two?
Well, here's the thing. If Old Haileybury draw... If Old Haileybury get
the worst.
Yeah, but if Old Haileybury get a draw against the Blacks...
Jeez, we're going out on the limb here.
Well, no, but if they do get a draw, Old Trinity and Old Haileybury only separated by about 1.3%. So a heavy T's loss, and they'll go down.
Well,
in fact, it doesn't even need to be that heavy.
So today, that will affect their percentage, today's result.
Yes, it's not updated. My apologies. But it won't be a significant drop. It'll still be reasonable enough.
Yeah, but I would think so. Haileybury have to win and Trinity have to lose. So that's the... So we'll have to wait to hear from the great Jason Bennett, the scheduler, as to what game we get next week.
Well, I was thinking that the happiest person about this result is you, because you didn't want to go to the Snake Pit.
Correct.
So it'd be interesting to see.
You'll probably send us here anyway.
So it'd be interesting to see where that lands for sure.
I'd much rather... Well, Uni Main's a bit of a pain in the bum to get to for me as well.
Yeah.
Bit selfish.
Okay.
That's okay.
Hey, you always back self-interest. You know, it's trying.
So who do we think will be the one that goes down. Two will survive.
Unfortunately, I think it will be Haileybury. I can't see them beating the Blacks at Uni Main Oval.
Yeah, like before we even get into anything else, they've got to win that. And that they're not going to start favourites here.
No, they're just on today's performance. They were fantastic in stages, but it wasn't consistent enough across the 4 quarters. And the forward line concerns me a little bit. We obviously saw, I think was it Yates?
Yates,
Yates with that shoulder. So that's another one that they probably.
Yeah, it was interesting too because Guy Martin, a majority of the third quarter discussion was more so just about getting things right for next week. Like it was a clear, let's do the right thing in this last quarter, but they're also looking at the way they're playing for next week. So that'll be interesting to see how that then plays out.
Well, Blacks kicked, 13-14. That's a big score. That's 92 points.
Yeah.
And Blacks generally aren't a high-scoring team. And
they were behind at 3/4 time as well.
Yeah, they've really put the foot down in the last quarter.
Scotch didn't score.
That's a big result because I'm looking at the Scotch team now, and that's
strong.
Yes, very strong.
Well,
VFL talent in there. Henry Dixon playing. Jack Brown, Barter, Simons.
Yeah, I had seen that Henry Dixon had played a few
Jones,
VFL games recently.
Brown. That's a strong side. So Uni.
All right, well, let's look at Prem B then, because I want to have a look at the scores here.
Hit us with it, Matty.
Old Camberwell have defeated Old Geelong 13-10-88 to 10-14-74. And without knowing exactly what the ladder looked like coming in, I think that's Old Geelong's season done.
Right.
And that puts Old Campbell in a pretty good position to qualify for finals as it is. Down at Fear on Reserve, Williamstown CYMS have got up by 3 points over the Hoers. So that means if they win their next match by 337 points, they'll avoid relegation. 13-11-89 to 12-14-86.
I know where Jason's putting us for next week, that one, just in case it happens.
At Fear on Reserve. So you're telling me there's a chance.
337.
Bo Morris have come from the clouds to knock over Old Carey. They've won by 8 points, literally. 11-19-85 to 11-11-77. They kicked 6 goals, 1 in the final term. Oh, they brought their kicking boots just in the nick of time there. So that's a big win for Josh Burke and his men. Speaking of big wins, Collegians have defeated Old Melburnians by 102 points. Old Melburnians were third on the ladder coming into today.
That's just insane, isn't it?
Their percentage was already low at 83, so they're in quite a vulnerable spot now, the OMs. The final score of that match, 20 goals, 133 to 4-7-31. Let's see if there's anyone kicked a really big bag. Nope, lots of twos. Goals were shared around aplenty. And in the final match, and this one I'm pretty sure is over. It's late in the game, and I mean, De La Salle comfortably ahead of Ajax in any case. 13-13-91 to 8-7-55 that match. So De La will guarantee themselves a spot in the finals. As I just look at the ladder currently, De La have guaranteed themselves a double chance. So that is the second semi-final, Collegians against De La Salle. The third final, still trying to figure all that out. At the moment, Old Melburnians and Old Camberwell are currently sit in third and fourth respectively. Bo Morris and Ajax both sit a game behind them. So we've now officially ruled out Old Geelong and Old Carey out of the finals race. They can't make finals this season. So now 2 make it and 2 don't. Old Melburnians, Old Camberwell, Bo Morris and Ajax are the 4 teams left in the finals race. That'll all be decided next week. And in terms of the fixtures, Ajax play Collegians.
Oh.
They're done. Bo Morris. Oh, here we go. Bo Morris play Old Camberwell next weekend.
There you go.
Win and you're in at Trevor Barker Beach Oval. And Old Melburnians host Williamstown CYMS.
Well, you would think Melburnians should win. You would think. And you would think, geez, that one at Trevor Barker. Toss a coin sort of stuff there.
Wouldn't mind going out there for that one. That's going to be
a call.
Ripper.
I don't do B grade, mate.
Bo Morris.
You don't go to B grade. No, you're kidding.
You don't drive a Ferrari on a dirt road.
I would ask you guys who do you think is going to go through, but you'd probably ask me, and I've got no idea how Prep B works, so I'm not going to get involved in that.
I've seen you tipping.
We'll flip a coin. There you go. More likely.
Yeah. But so this time, so last year, there were 7 teams still vying for finals heading into the
Yep.
last day of the season. This season we've got 6.
Yep.
2 locked away, and then 4 still vying for that elimination final.
Oh, that's good. It's exciting.
It's great. No, it is what it is. It's exactly what you want.
Well, you want them playing for something, don't you?
Yeah.
So, no, it's very good.
And, Williamstown have closed the gap to 19% on Old Geelong. About 337 points.
We'll be keeping an eye on that next Saturday. That's for
Tell you
sure.
what, if they have a 15-goal opening term to see why it's next week.
15-goal opening. Just a lazy 15-goal opening.
Oh, geez, he'll start to get a little nervous, I reckon.
Who was that? Essendon against Gold Coast?
Gold Coast,
90 points in the first quarter or something
94
silly?
to 1.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah, no,
Better days, Hugo, better days, sorry.
We can talk a bit about
Heard he was
that with
coaching,
Hugo.
wasn't he? No.
Yes, we'll wait and see with bated breath there.
Sorry, Hugo.
All right, so let's do a bit of rapid fire questioning with you then, Hugo. Based on today's results, I believe your premiership favourite was Old Xavs last week. Has that changed?
No, that's still sitting firm.
Who is their biggest threat?
Probably themselves.
That's
I actually really
quite a
agree.
call.
I actually really agree with that, especially watching the last sort of month.
Yep.
You can just tell they're just tinkering with a few things. Obviously, that Brighton game was a bit of maybe an anomaly now that you look at their form since then, although they kind of had the rubber, like they were good against St Kevin's, but the Brighton game challenged them the most. But I do think it's kind of their demons as a team where just that they need to get over that to be able to get, especially with the last couple of years of finals experience and that sort of thing. I think it is themselves.
Well, if they win that first final, I think they'll win it.
Yeah, okay.
If they lose that first final, then things get shaky. If they play the Blues, which they will, I think that's basically set and done, and they win that first final, that second final would be very interesting for the Blues.
I keep going back to something that I can't remember whether you said it last week or the week before. And
I can't remember what I said yesterday.
Your reasoning for the Zabs winning it is because to win a flag, you got to get better in September.
Yes, correct. You have to.
And it feels like they are and they can.
Yep.
Whereas the Blues it doesn't feel like they've got another gear to go.
Yeah, don't worry about that. I've been there before. Top of the ladder, best team all year, bombed out in the straight sets, and then we went on to win 2 in a row. But you learn from those sort of things, and I think they've really grown and learned from last year. Look at the guys they've still got to come back in too.
Yeah. Like last year, I remember with Zabs, they sort of limped to the finals. They were battered and bruised. They had a couple of blokes out and a couple of blokes. I think Stavry might have come back late with a bit of an injury as well. They were a little underdone, and they got they played 2 really bruising finals, didn't they? They gave it a good shot against Old Brighton in the second semi-final, lost by about 3 goals, and then
correct that result. That 3 goals didn't reflect the day either. That was very, very close into the last quarter. So. Mate, they're 11 points up with 90 seconds to go or something like that, and then Jones kicks the last 2 out.
And then that prelim, that amazing prelim. So they actually fired 2 really good shots in that prelim. I imagine if they got through to the grand final, they would have been just about out.
No one would have beaten Brighton last year.
Yeah.
So that's Brighton's the interesting one for mine. Obviously tough result today because the Snow Dogs are a very good side. The results don't reflect that, and they've gotten better. We've had some very close losses to some top-end teams. So it's been very interesting. So the finals race is going to be fantastic. We've got the relegation race next week, the race to the bottom, Matty.
Yes.
And then we have that week off, and then we've got an amazing final series coming up. But getting back to it, I think Zavs are looking very, very polished. I like the way they responded after probably a bit of a flat first quarter.
Yeah, and you could see that Dan Donati got into them, like it went obviously cut out a little bit, but he was sort of really into them he sort of said the structural stuff, but then he went straight into them going, look, at the end of the day, you aren't running hard enough, you're not going hard enough, you need to get back into gear. And obviously with a game like this, they were kind of, you felt like they might have been like that. They would have had the attitude. They had a big win last week against a rival. They're ready top 2. This team was going to be desperate. And so that probably showed in the first quarter. And then after that, they were pretty good, obviously pretty dominant. The one thing I was going to say, Matty, which you guys were talking about a little bit, is first of all that they've got 3 or 4 guys that can come back in that they're waiting on. First of all, and I agree with you that there really isn't that many that you can sort of point out that can come out. But the other thing is, and I think that's the key, especially with the last couple of weeks, seeing McIsaac hasn't gone on, like he still kicked 3 or 4 every time we've watched him, but at the same time he hasn't been at his best. They just have so many people that put they're 7 to 8 out of 10 every week.
Yeah.
Like they've just got. I can just think of watching them today. It was 6 to 10 guys who just had a very solid game. You know what you're going to get out of them every time. Like I've watched a lot in the last couple of weeks in Ganji. Just always impresses me on a wing, just does things well. So there's a lot of guys that just perform week in, week out.
I was going to say, how many goal kicks today, Matty?
For the Zavs?
Yeah, I'd
2, 3, 4, 5, 7.
And even, obviously, Tex in the interview sort of referenced that they just share it around a lot. A lot of the smalls, especially with Fitz Parsons coming in as well, he was another one that sort of was in and around it as well.
It's not like Fitz Parsons has been their go-to guy. Like he's just sort of come out of the blue and kicked 5.
We're probably going to have to do some research here or find out from someone how many of the guys will miss. Will Fitz Parsons have played too many VFL?
Today was too many VFL. Yeah, today was his 5th game for the Zavs.
So I think it's 12, isn't it? Is it 12 VFL games?
Wouldn't know.
And
I can check that.
Yeah, we had an email about that.
Yeah, I can check out. I can check a couple of things. I can check how many games he's played at VFL level this season. Obviously, he's been playing for Footscray at VFL level.
Yeah.
Sterling Fitz Parsons
gave me the eyes then. What's that about? Footscray. But there was I actually thought too they got around Tex a lot too at the end there. Like he spoke about that in that he'd had a lot of time off and we were even talking about it last week with St Kevin's is that he was playing a reserves game and then he came in late because they had an injury, so he played the seniors game or he played the back end of the reserves game. And I was looking in and he's played a lot of reserves more than seniors this year. So. And as Matty said, that was the first goal he's kicked all year in the seniors today, and then he kicked 5. So,
no, exactly. And
which shows the talent they've got.
Yeah, no, they bat very deep, don't they?
Yeah.
So, he was in late inclusion because Davey got called up. For
yes. Sorry, that's what it was,
But, it's interesting. I think another element today is they weren't used to the width of the ground in the first quarter, and they really got to work on that where they started to use the expanse. Look, how many times do we see them have a possession over a wide halfback flank or a wide pocket and then transition?
And then I think that, and again, Dan spoke about that at quarter time, but then they were then doing the opposite to that and then cutting off way too much in the middle and just got turnover. And Haileybury, as we said, was always going to be desperate, especially early, and they did show that. They were up for it, and then just better side in the end.
You look at the reserves result. I mean, that was a huge result.
We don't talk about that,
but that gives you an indication of depth.
Yeah, correct,
So the difference one of the big differences out there today was the bottom 6 or 8 from both teams. The bottom 6 of Zavs would be very influential players in 8 of the other 10 teams.
Yeah, definitely agree.
Whereas probably Haileybury struggling at that bottom end.
Well, I mean, we're touching on the fact that we can't. There's 3 guys that clearly are some of their best that need to come in off injuries, but you can't pick who's going to come out.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That'd be amazing.
Sterling, so the rules are that for VFL listed players, you need to have played a minimum of 5 home and away VAFA games, with 2 coming after June 30.
So he's got to play next week.
He's got to play next week. He's played 8 VFL games for Footscray this season. This is his 5th game today.
There it is. We've got the Footscray reference.
So he plays this week and next week.
It's been late. It's been very late.
Yeah. If he plays next week.
What's the maximum amount of VFL? 12.
I couldn't find any rules about maximum number. Just that maybe
it's just the other way.
Well, I mean, if you play a certain number of VAFA games, then you're obviously not going to play.
Because I know in the 19s
it's
a minimum number of VAFA games at a maximum.
He's just got to get out on the park next week.
Yes,
and he's good to play.
And who's he with?
He plays for Footscray.
And what are they doing in the VFL? They're at a final next week, aren't they, Matty?
They're putting their feet up.
Why is he playing here and there?
Bad news, Hugo. They've come down with a bad case of the Tullamarine flu in August.
Really? So they just slipped out of finals today, Matty.
They just...
Jeez, they won the grand final last year too. That was disappointing.
They did with University Blue star Taylor Duray.
Yes.
He was running around last year. And Will Lewis, leading goal kicker for Footscray and Old Brighton last season, won best on ground in the grand final.
There's always a connection.
Yeah, I know.
There's always a connection. You'll learn that.
That's interesting. So, what rapid fire questions have we got, Matty?
All right, well, if Zavs don't win it, who is in pole position?
Brighton.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think it's going to be a Zavs Brighton grand final. I'm going early here.
I'm with agreement with that. I think, and I think Old Brighton are the best chance of beating Zavs.
And human beings are the worst at predicting things as well. So there's the stat.
Prem B tipster.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a Blues St Kevin's grand final.
So, yeah, probably. But there's a stat that apparently 85% of what is predicted doesn't ever happen.
It sounded all right.
So we're wasting our time here. But no, I think...
that's part of the fun of it here.
It is. Oh, what more fun can you have? I honestly think that the Zabs will... At the moment, they've got their nose in front.
Okay, so Zabs over Uni Blues is what I'm gathering from that second semi-final.
Yep.
I feel like St Kevin's do still have a few to come back.
Yeah, they've got to get them going, though. We're running out of time.
Yeah.
You can't just walk into a final if not playing many games. And then we don't know about the eligibilities. And their side wasn't bad today. I'll be very curious to see their side next week. There's a big game next week, isn't there? It's
Uni Blues.
Sorry, Blues St Kevin's, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, we probably won't go to it because it's a
we
relegation
won't.
battle, but that'll be a beauty to watch.
Yeah, that'll be a very interesting one.
It'd be good to just see where St Kevin's are at after last week
and
too.
Blues.
Yeah. Well, yeah, true. Yeah.
So St Kevin's are 0-4 against Zavs and Brighton this season.
Yep.
The only time they played the Blues this year earlier, they beat them.
Interesting. So that'll be a ripper, that one next week.
Yeah, I think they're TH King next week.
Still no Stewart either, because he's got another week's holiday for a bit of an indiscretion.
Yes, yeah. So that's another dynamic. I mean, we sort of asked how do the Blues get better? Well, that's how they'll get better at the Stud Finals.
Yeah.
Add him back into the mix. With
that'll help. Put Taylor Duray into the mix there as well. Your man Taylor Duray,
former Footscray premiership player.
Yeah, that'd be hang his head on that, wouldn't he?
Oh, why wouldn't you?
No,
I think he introduces himself as that former Footscray premiership player, Taylor Duray.
Yeah, played in a grand final with the Dogs at AFL. He might have done something at Hawthorn, I can't recall.
Yeah, I was going to say that's probably not a bad body of work he's put together there.
Done okay.
Yeah, so I'm just going to have a look at the Blues team today.
And I've got to make mention as well. Mazenod in Prem C
the Nodders we spoke about this game.
Were well accounted for by Fitzroy. They only kicked 3 goals for the match, so unfortunately our boy Hayden Boyce, the Boyce bandwagon, is vacated pretty quickly on the road to Tunwatch.
Right. They're dropping like flies.
Yeah, I reckon he's. I reckon we're done. I reckon Tunwatch is done this season.
I think you might be right. I think it was shot a few months ago. Anyway, very hard to kick 100 goals.
Well, he's on 70. He's leading. He was on 75 or something like that. With coming into 2 games to go, plus 2 or 3 finals, and had kicked 23 in the last 2 weeks. Hayden Boyce.
Okay.
He was in good form. The man with the hot handle, as you might even say.
Yes, well, not so hot today.
All right. Well, let's go for some real reactionary tips then for next.
No Taylor Duray today, so he did not play.
No. I think which one played today? I don't know. Let's go with real reactionary tips for next week, and that might just get us about to the end of the broadcast.
Yeah,
very long VAFA crunch time.
We're limping to the line, aren't we?
Old Xaverians Old Scotch at Direct Park.
Oh,
Zabs.
Uni Blacks and Old Haileybury University Oval.
Blacks.
Well, that means Old Haileybury are going down then,
Yeah,
regardless of what happens elsewhere. Fields and Brighton at Glen Huntly Park.
Brighton.
St Kevin's University Blues at THQ.
St Kevin's.
All right, I'll go the Blues then. Level 1 in each camp.
Yeah, someone will get it right. And then St Bernard's Old Trinity.
I'll probably go St Bernard's.
Yeah. You said St Bernard's before, so I'll stick with that as well.
Yeah. I think they've just got that element of, even though they know they're going down.
So in that scenario, T still stay up, don't they, because of Haileybury?
Well, yeah. I mean, first and foremost, Haileybury got to win.
Okay. So Trinity have 2 points on Haileybury at the moment.
Yeah, and Fields do as well, but with a lot of percentage.
So we've spoken about this, that draw.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
very handy.
I wasn't thinking of the draw from Snowdog's perspective. I was thinking of 4-point loss at home to the Zavs, and then a 4-point loss on the road to the Cardinals. Pick up one or both of those. Suddenly next week looks very different.
No, it'll be very interesting. I'll wait with bated breath for the text from Jason Bennett as to where we're going next week.
Where do you think we're going?
I think we might go to Uni Main.
I reckon so too, because if the Bloods win, that might keep them up, and that would be,
Because you already know that the Snow Dogs are going down, so probably not. I wouldn't. No point going there.
No, don't worry about it.
I think so.
Well, that is just about going to wrap things up here on this VAFA match of the day. Thanks to William Buck. It's been Round 17 action here at Haileybury College. Nice to come out here every once in a while. Emphasis on once.
Because we're getting picky about where we go, aren't we?
we are. Well, we've been doing over 17 games. We can pick and choose now. Yeah. Of course, a big thank you to Buttons Bruce. This we wouldn't get to wear without him. We never would get to wear without him. So to have him again, always very grateful for you, Brucey. So thank you. To Cooper Watkins again. Hopefully you'll join us next week and into September, because it promises to be a doozy of a finals campaign, and we need you patrolling the boundary. So thank you again.
Thank you, Matty.
To Hugo Higginbotham, our match of the day expert commentator, the two-time coach, two-time premiership coach, two-time coach of the year with Elstonwick. Thank you for everything again today.
Thank you, Matthew. A sterling job by you. And you better get that car on the road and take the long trip home.
You know, I'm making a detour at the G. Don't know if you've heard, Hugo, the Dogs are still alive in the AFL and got to follow them. Yeah, they're still limping.
Jeez, you're going to get there with about 10 minutes to go.
No, I take every chance I get. And to all of you who, of course, have tuned in right throughout the course of the afternoon, be it on the VAFA.com. You know me too well. Or indeed the SEN app. I've been Matthew Don. A big thank you to everyone who has tuned in today. Next week is it, the last game or the last weekend of the home and away season. We have still got relegation battles to fight out and to sort through, and I look forward to your company. Then we all look forward to having you join us again from 1:45 p.m. next Saturday afternoon. Thanks for your company. We look forward to seeing you then, wherever that may be. But until then, take care.
This has been the SEN Match of the Day. Thanks to William Buck. Join us again next week on the SEN app, sen.com.au